King 125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah. Black Ink Radio.
Hey, steady.
Come on, shake that shit.
All I gotta do is throw this ass. Fucking on niggas, chase it bags. Pussy keep coming back, make you bougie niggas get attached. Rich dick click on a BK bitch, when a lit nigga spin that cash. Cause you fucking with a boss ass bitch, that'll make a nigga dick spit quick. I'm a ratchet hoe, fuck we nice and slow. Let me lick the shit or put it in my throat. Yeah, that's the way we like to fuck. I'm a freak bitch, I like freak shit. My pussy dipped in gold, I keep that dick on swole. You never let me go, nigga, money fold. King pussy got it soaking wet. Lick this click and I'll make you bag. Yeah, me then spit in my mouth. Show me daddy that dick about. I'm a raw bitch, I'm nasty with it. Don't stop, get it, get it. Pay these bills and I'll let you hit it. Don't stop, get it, get it. Make it like 2 times, that's a double tap. Swallow them kids, they ain't coming back. Pulse all hoes, they don't like that round of applause on the dick, make my ass clap. Bro, niggas can't get this pussy tight, wet and juicy. If you rich nigga, let's make a movie. I'll bend it over, show you my booty. I'ma fuck, I'ma swallow your nut. Freak bitch, put it in my butt. If that's the way we like to fuck, spin in my ass and slurp it up. Then go hard till my pussy hurt. Deep sea dive, make it squirt. My pussy dipped in gold, you should already know. Nigga, money fuck. Buy me this, buy me that. Whole lot of money with a whole lot of ass. Put you on a chance, wanna fuck me back. Come on, ho, work that back, work that back. Can you twerk like that? I'ma need it in reverse, bitch, bring that back. If you call yourself a man, better eat it like a pack. If a bitch tryna beef, better hang it like a plaque. If you want this cake, get your bacon on. I'm the bitch, these hoes imitating on. My ass got a rhythm, better sing along. Slap this ass, what you waiting on? Kiss my ass and I like it. You can front, but don't fight it. You can taste, but don't bite it. Jump on top and I ride it, daddy. My pussy dipped in gold. I keep that dick on slow. You never let me go. Nigga, money folk. My pussy dipped in gold. My pussy dipped in gold. Gold.
Yo. Hey, man, look. We back to back, man.
Back to back with it.
That song is called Dipped in Gold, right?
Yeah. That thing dipped in gold.
Before we get it dipped in gold, we back to back, man, because we had to bring it back, man. We with Danette and Danae, also known as the Birkin
twins.
Man.
The Birkin twins. These are women. These not the Birkin girls. These are women. Birkin twins. They twins though. They twins though.
He said these are women.
He's weak. Hey man, so before we go back to the beginning, man, just tell us a little bit more about Dipped in Gold, like what made y'all come up with it, the producers, talk to us.
The process.
Well, we gotta shout out JT Money for sure for that record.
Shout out JT.
Yeah. Period. It brought us back to Miami with that little.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a Miami feel, hype. You know what I'm saying?
And it was just something fun for us. We got in the studio on some shit. Niggas get to talk shit all the time. Why bitches can't talk shit? Or why we can't talk our shit? Because it's like, it was fun. We don't always do music like that, but it was just one of those moments where it was just like, JT gave us this record, we got to show our asses. Yeah.
No, that's real though. Because sometimes you do got to step out and do something.
Yeah, it was definitely out of our comfort zone. Yeah, it was definitely, but it was fun. It was stuff that our alter ego got to say. Yeah, because every girl's a freak. You know what I mean?
You got to get it out sometimes.
Yeah. So we definitely was able to go.
That record definitely brought it out. Definitely.
Yeah, I was listening. It was
right. For lack of better words, I was listening. Man.
For sure.
Hey man, okay, so just to take it back a little bit, right? So both of y'all grew up with with like mother and father.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so who recognized the talent first?
Out of our parents?
That's a good question.
Our parents.
Our mom. Our mom and our grandmother.
It usually be the moms who see more than the kids too.
Yeah, it was our mom and our grandmother. They put us actually into like kid modeling and like TV shows because my mother, she had us at 16. So we was twins and we was young. So she tried to put us in everything, Gerber babies and all types of stuff like that. So we did that growing up, but As far as music, we was in a choir because my grandparents, you know, they had a church. My grandfather a pastor, so we was in a choir.
Yeah. I grew up in the church too.
Yeah, so you know.
Homeschool church.
We did praise dance.
Yeah, so they tried to teach us instruments, and we was not having that. But we still love the beat. We still love the rhythm. Music. We love music. So it just.
I think it started then for us.
Yeah.
It had to have started then without us even knowing.
No, yeah, real, like, you know what I'm saying? How you grow up, just like him over there, you know what I'm saying? He was raised in the church too, you know what I'm saying? So he was around that. Just being out in the forefront. So if it's really in you at that point, you know what I'm saying, when you learning something as a young kid. That's why kids grow up, they listen to a lot of stuff when they try to be singers. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We grew up around singers. We was like, oh, okay, I can't do this.
Hit a note one time. Hit a note for him one time.
We thought we was doing something.
Let me hear something.
Put on the gospel song.
Ain't got none of those.
I'll make it the Holy Ghost. Might sound good.
Okay. Yes.
But
okay, so just beyond the music, man. If y'all wasn't doing music, what do y'all think y'all life would have been?
Right. What is? Because I know, you know what I'm saying, we was talking before that.
Most people always want to say, hey, plan B, you know.
Right.
You want to stick with.
Because music been, I think, for some years now.
But if I could do anything else, it'd probably be fashion.
Fashion?
100%.
But at the same time, I don't think that can still be something else, not necessarily a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Just like me, I do music, but I do art too. I draw as well.
Yeah, so just add it on. Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of adding on to that plan. I'm going to be successful in both of these. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, that's how I be looking at it.
That's how we feel. Definitely.
So, fashion. Like, what would y'all describe y'all? If y'all had to describe, what would y'all describe y'all style?
Chic, sexy.
Yeah.
And I would say we represent tall girls because a lot of tall girls come up to me and they be like, where did you get that from? Or how did you wear that? Because, being tall is hard to find things that fit you.
Yeah, the same way I was talking about that earlier. Mirror room.
And we like to coordinate.
Definitely.
With each other.
We love to coordinate. So we don't like to dress exactly the same.
Right.
So we coordinate a lot. Like, remember last time we came in here with the leather, but I had the skirt, she had the pants. Like, we just like to coordinate. Yeah. And then,
we like dressing down too.
Yeah,
like sweats and
we kind of tomboyish kind of.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
Really?
No, really.
You don't think they can switch it up?
I got a baggy jacket on right now.
He said he don't believe it.
I didn't say they can't. I just don't see it.
Okay, so you see me 2 times. That's one.
But
two.
But I've seen your Instagram. You're not delivering,
swaggy.
Just down sometimes.
he said I peeped the Instagram.
Let me show you right now.
It's not giving that.
That's not true. You saw me with some baggy gallery dep pants on with a gallery big shirt on. You saw me with that on.
This is big shorts right here. They can't even see it. She said the
down is still the up.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Sweatsuit on right there.
Sweatsuit. This is a whole sweatsuit.
And it's still they up.
They just put that.
If you
put
got
that
a
shit on.
big, they can see it.
They can see it?
Yeah. No, this way. Right?
This way?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Jeans, t-shirt.
Oh my God.
It's still like I fuck with it though. You know what I'm saying? But that's like everybody got a different type of comfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
You know what I mean?
But
it might not be.
I guess that's why they call y'all what they call y'all, because it's like rich bitch shit. You feel me? Even when you dress down, you dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
We get that a lot though. I'm like, I got on sweats.
You can have that one.
No, for people like you dressed, I'm like, bro, I put on a whole sweatsuit. What's so dressed up about this?
I mean, it depends on what you're putting on too, and how you put it.
Yeah, certain people make certain things look different
that's
too.
What I love about being from New York. It's how we wear our shit.
Exactly.
That makes
have
it fashionable.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
You make it look like something.
Right.
I have on Target and you won't know.
Exactly. That's when they start calling it Target. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know me, I don't really be into the expensive brands. You know what I'm saying? I do me. If I see something that I like, I know, you know what I'm saying, I can make it look like something, you know what I mean?
That's me. I'm a shopper that I'm going to have my little designer on, whether it's a bag or a shoe, but as a female, you don't have to go every day wearing it. I'm not wearing it every day.
I don't care how rich I get. I'm still
not wearing it every day.
I'm not about to spend my
money.
money.
I put my money in jewelry and other things.
And houses and cars, investments.
I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what we want to do, our own clothing line.
Exactly.
I'm tired of buying other people's brands. I want to rock my own.
So what y'all gonna start something? Y'all gonna start something?
Yeah, we got little notes on the side, doing a little twin line coordinating and shit like that. Like, cause at the end of the day, you don't gotta be a twin to coordinate. Best friends, cousins, sisters, like everybody do it.
Mm-hmm. Even
guys do it.
Yeah, me and my brother do it for shows. You know what I'm saying? Certain shows. if we have enough time to plan, you know what I'm saying? We like if it like you said earlier, like if it got two different colors of the same shirt, you know what I'm saying? We could throw on some all white, throw on some all black under it or whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
If you pay attention, most of our clothes is like in the summertime we'll do bright colors, but fall, winter we always wearing black, nudes, like neutral colors. So that's why I say we have a chic look.
Yeah, we really do.
No, y'all be fresh though. Y'all the last two times we seen y'all. Y'all been fresh though.
Thank you.
Okay, so last time I know y'all was pretty busy. Y'all had a show that y'all had to go on to, and appreciate y'all for even stopping by again.
Thank you for having us again.
Yeah.
But though, like what I wish we could have gotten to last time is the education. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all touched on something when it came down to school, but I'm gonna let
it wasn't
y'all
enough.
away with that. You know what I'm saying? Like to really
per se
talk about that, man. Because that's big. Y'all ain't no dumbass girls. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
So yeah, man. Like y'all want to touch on that?
We got our education.
Don't forget the medication.
For sure. What y'all want to know?
Any degrees?
Oh yeah, we got our degree in criminal justice. We went to Virginia State University.
Trojan.
How many years of school is that?
4.
Oh, just regular 4? That seemed like it'll be. You know how the law be like 60 years.
No, see, we didn't go to
school. We didn't go to law school.
We didn't go to law school or go get our masters. Even though we did. Yeah. We did talk about it, but you know,
we just got our bachelors.
When you gotta pay them student loans back,
it hit different.
Like, damn, mom, I'm about to take out no more money.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I don't like owing nobody, not even the city.
Okay, then. So, speaking of that, what made y'all stop doing that and go full-fledged music?
I wouldn't say we stopped.
Yeah, because they got the degree, but
they finished.
Yeah, for sure, we finished. I think what it was growing up, our parents installed in us like you got to get an education to be somebody in life, and I think we did it to make them happy. If you left it up to us, because we was told our hobbies is just a hobby. It's not like you can make a career out of it. And as we got older, we realized that, we had moved to California, right? We moved to California and everything changed. Like it wasn't black. The world wasn't black and white.
No,
like it was no rules. Like it was just like we was kind of sheltered. Like not saying
but we kind of felt that way.
Yeah. Like, hold on, I didn't have to go to school. You telling me I could have been richer whole 10 years, like But social media came about, everything came about around that time, and that's when we was like, wow, we don't have to follow the rules. We can make our own.
Right.
And we had each other, and it was like at that point, it's like I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Like they gonna love us no matter what we do. So we was like, let's do what we want to do.
Because when we first got there, we was working on a marketing company.
Can I ask you a question? How important do you, now that you've done it and you where you at, and y'all on the brink of greatness at this point, how important do you think it is to have that degree as a backup for anybody that's coming up right now?
Oh, I love that I have my degree as a backup.
I'm going to say this. College, for me anyways, it helped me grow up. Like the experience and the memories and the
friendships. I still have the same friends.
Like it helped me become the woman I am today. I can never take that from that. Like the experience definitely molded me into who I am today. Right. But the educational wise, of course I learned and stuff like that. But I don't use the things that I learned in today's world. Like everything that I was learning in college, I've learned in high school and like elementary school, stuff like that. I still would have that knowledge, but I needed that to become a woman.
And the reason why I ask that is because sometimes the people will look at you and say, look, they getting success without the college, but I want them to see how important college still is.
It was important.
It was.
I needed that. I needed those 4 years. Definitely, I needed those.
Thank you.
I would not be where I'm at if I didn't go to college.
No, 100%.
I appreciate that
because it taught us business savvy stuff too and skills too, for sure. Like, and we had our favorite professor, Dr. Z. I didn't even have
Dr. Z. Shout out to Dr. Z.
Yes.
He
both of y'all.
No, she.
Okay, she.
Dr. Zoe Spence. Yes.
Okay.
Oh my God, my favorite. Mind you, I didn't even have her like for 3 semesters, and I still would go to her class. She was like, "Twin, you don't have my class." Stop talking about it.
Well, what was special about her?
She taught us about life. Like real life. Like
what did she actually? What was she supposed to be teaching?
She taught. Damn.
Don't get me to lying.
Y'all, but you know what? That's crazy. That I don't know because what she instilled in you is deeper than what they wanted her to teach.
Exactly. It definitely is because I really don't remember what it was.
What was her subject?
She had 2 subjects though.
She did. She taught 2. Yeah.
She was my elective. But
so she wasn't even in the main course.
No, she had one main course.
But I didn't take her main course. I only took her as elective, and I kept taking her as elective because she was teaching me. Like, she was one of them teachers that you didn't have a midterm, you didn't have like tests. Like, she taught you life. Like, you really, everything I learned, I remember from her in one day. Like, and she had books. I read her books. Like, I didn't start reading again until I had her class.
That's fire.
I even tried to put her on to my daddy. I love this lady.
Shout out to daddy.
I love this lady.
London, listen, you shouldn't be watching if you're watching. My daughter's 6. This is what you do for daddy. My bad.
No, she just made you want to learn.
Yeah,
she made you want to learn.
Right.
She taught us life and life skills and being out in the real world
and that's what we need though.
Like, she was the definition of black excellence.
Yes.
She was the definition of black excellence.
So, like you said, that is missing in school.
That's missing from school because
school. We went to HBCU.
Just like I know, cause like back. Our parents, like a lot of our parents, didn't really know like financial stuff.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like I know me as a kid, my parents didn't teach us like. Of course, they told y'all to save money. You know what I'm saying? Put money up. But like, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, my first
invest
credit card,
in stocks.
My mother said, spend all.
You know what I'm saying?
My mother told me my first credit card, get all your school clothes. So I spent everything on my shit. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't give me the money back. I said, damn, man. Fuck my credit at.
But yeah, that should be.
But I
that
ain't
should
know
be
about
some,
it. So
it should be some courses like that in schools nowadays, though.
It is.
I think
it is though.
Credits courses?
They have that.
They do.
Oh, that's dope.
They do.
They did when we was in school.
They did.
Okay.
They got a lot of
we didn't.
online courses too.
We definitely didn't have that in our school. Like when I was in school.
You gotta ask.
You do. Yeah.
That's what it is. Like, they ain't gonna tell. You gotta ask.
I took money management class.
Nice. So you know how to manage money.
I mean, I ain't perfect, but yeah.
I said she ain't perfect.
I ain't perfect. I be trying. Listen, right. I need another class.
Okay, so like being females in this male-driven industry, you know, what's some of the hardships, you know, like that y'all already witnessed, that y'all had to go through?
Hardships?
Yeah.
If any.
People not taking us serious, like taking our kindness for weakness. Because me and Denai, y'all can tell we bubbly, friendly people. Right. We nice. Like, we was loved. I'm sorry. Like, it's like when you so nice, they take it as you, and it's like, I'm just being me. I'm not trying to come on to you. I don't find you attractive.
You just cool, right?
Exactly.
I fuck with y'all. Y'all cool.
Being from Brooklyn, I'm used to having male friends. Like, my best friend is a guy. Like, I have my brothers, my cousins. Like, it wasn't like, oh, we only had to be around girls. Like, we was around guys too, and it was normal. Like, they was our friends. It wasn't no funny business.
Right,
it wasn't no trying to nothing like that. But now, being in this music industry, it's like,
it's crazy.
You gotta be real careful.
Because bitches be calling niggas they bro and they fucking.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not how I was brought up.
And then our business partner, E, he be really sitting down with us and like telling us like, you gotta be careful because, you know, X, Y, and Z. Cause, you know, he been in the industry for a long time.
Right.
So he know it could be the sweetest girls get bamboozled. And it's like, y'all not about to be those girls. So I'm just telling y'all, like, he stay on us.
Yes,
he installed in us. He stay
you
on
need
us.
that too. You need that. Yeah. Shout out to him for that.
Energy, man.
That's
okay,
right.
so question, man. You know, like speaking of the homie E, you know, like, how did y'all meet him? Like, how did y'all?
We met him through our aunt Tasha.
And
like, it's weird. Yes, we met him through auntie. Yes, we met him through our aunt Tasha.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
The rest is just history. No, like, the story is just so funny. It's so funny.
We got a little time.
Alright, so my aunt knew we've been doing music, and she seen us doing music. She followed us because she moved to Atlanta years ago because, you know, she from New York. Mount Vernon, shout out to Mount Vernon, my family.
Shout out to MB.
And she was like, why y'all stop? I'm like, COVID happened. Like, so much was happening because we were supposed to be on TV shows and do all this extra stuff.
Yeah.
COVID
fucked up a lot of shit. We literally were just recording music videos and all of this. Like, people, business wasn't the same. Like, it was just really like, it was a hard time. So we came out here for Thanksgiving last year. And she was like, no, I know this guy. And
but we've been knowing about him because of her.
Yeah, because of her. She mentioned him last year.
And we spoke over the phone a few times. And he just like, when y'all get to Atlanta, we going to chop it up.
Yeah.
And we came to Atlanta like 2 times, but we still never chopped it up with him. It was just always over the phone.
That's that timing.
Yeah, timing was everything.
Timing isn't
as
for
soon
real.
as we linked, the rest was history. It was just like, we just started working literally ASAP, right away. Like, that's literally, dope. It was no... I can't even give it a time span because that next week we was doing X, Y, and Z. The next week we was doing X, Y, and Z. And, you know, we live in LA. So we would come out here for 2 months or come out here for a month and just be working and getting stuff done and being in the studio and stuff like that. And now, you know, E created a team for us. So that was him with getting us a team and people behind us and everything like that. But yeah, the rest is just history. And
it really was on some in the living room, just talking shit. Like, we was literally in the living room, and she like, yo, play that record y'all did last time. Play that other record so he could hear this. So we playing our records we did for him. And he on the phone with us, so then he called his cousin JT. Like, okay, yo, I want to try to get on this. Like, we got to get something hot right now. Fire. And that's how it happened. Like,
that's dope.
That's that organic shit.
Yeah, it was very organic. Very organic.
Those the best type of vibes.
And then we all Gemini, so we just clicked.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And we just clicked.
Cause he a Gemini just like us. He a little crazy.
Yeah. So tell us.
He a man Gemini.
So tell us a little bit about JT. Who is JT for y'all?
JT Money.
JT Money.
Is that
JT
nigga?
Money.
Not the rapper.
Yeah.
Green.
JT Money.
The rapper?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Shake what your mama gave you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how we got.
You said it the first time. I was like,
that's how we got.
They're not talking about JT Money.
Yeah.
He said he thought of it, huh?
Yeah, but when you said JT Money one more time, I said you ain't gonna say this nigga name again.
Yep,
and me not ask. That's crazy. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
We
do too. Shout out to him.
That record was dope though. It needs to do more, but you know how that go. Like with time, everything. Timing is everything.
Listen, once one go, they gonna all go.
Yeah,
that's all.
Definitely.
Because it's a dope record.
It's a dope record. We had fun with it. It was out of our comfort zone, but that's what made it more fun for us.
Dope.
Way more fun.
Yeah, y'all sound like y'all was having fun.
We did.
Recording
we did.
it. Y'all energy was real high on
it. Yeah. It got to talk shit that we don't really get to talk.
Right.
Yeah. As females, you want to talk that.
But sometimes that's fun when you get to really go in and not get judged.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
The song called for it.
That's what the song is
you be
for.
You be thinking this shit like, I'm gonna say this.
Because at first it was like, we don't want people thinking that we nasty like this and we really not this nasty. Then it's like, but our alter ego is. I don't want people to think we're gonna keep coming out with the same type of music, and we not, because we do this type of music. Because we want to do
different vibes.
Yeah, and us, we like doing different things. Like, we Geminis, we got different personalities, and we know how to touch base on everything, and we like to have fun with everything.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of fun, man, y'all got a dope ass record out right now called Spin It.
Yes.
I want to get a little bit into Spin It real quick, man. So before we play Spin It, man, tell us a little bit more about that song. How did y'all come up with it?
Shout out to Salt and Pepper. Because we listened to them growing up. My mama played them, my grandmother played them, my auntie played them. And remember they had the video with the big jackets?
Yeah, with the big gold chains and all that.
We love that. So
being from New York,
yes, that was keep going. Like that was
it. My shit.
That was it. So being from New York, it just resonated with us. When Hinky played that record for us, it was just like,
nope, we want this. That's it. We going with this, and we got.
Let's have fun. Like, cause for us, we want it to be fun.
How far did y'all get into the record before y'all was like, yeah, we want this?
As soon
as he played it, we literally he played
heard the beat and was like, we want that.
And we went to the studio like 2 days after.
We got it. We wrote it. We did what we had to do. Changed it. He always give you a blueprint, but we had to put our own spin on it.
You always got to. Always got to.
And then when he heard it, he was like, I knew this was for y'all.
I knew y'all could do this. I knew y'all could kill it. So.
That's good. That's good.
It is. Yeah. Hey, man. I guess we can go ahead and get into the record real quick. Come
Let's
back.
Get it. Spin it.
Spin it. Spin that shit.
I'm telling y'all, yo, that record trouble. Cause I ain't gonna lie, right? Listening to the record, right? So like for a dude, try to be all cool and shit. I can't even be cool to the record because it still made me want to jig or spin
It's still music,
or spin it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying.
That record is hard, but
Thank
that
you,
record
thank
crazy,
you,
man.
thank
That
you,
was
thank
crazy.
you, thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
We had fun with it. We had fun.
Yeah,
Quick question, right? So look, I know you're about to, make a movie, but
What movie we making?
I mean like a move.
Oh,
I'm from New York. I don't know how long this business you've been in.
I'm like, I knew what you were saying. I don't know why she did.
I do want to say this though. You kind of got like a Spanish vibe when you rapping. To me, that on that record, you gave me a little like a
Mamacita. I be telling
Yeah,
her that.
yeah,
And
she
she be telling me
sounds
just like a
Spanish.
mamacita sometimes too.
Yeah. I'm getting
Spanish,
that.
bitch.
But I wanted to do something real quick if it's okay. So when I do exclusive interviews, I got a game, you know what I'm saying, that I like to play because you want your audience to get to know you as far as what you like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and then y'all twins, so this is gonna be even funner. You feel what I'm saying? So I like to ask you about the type of guys you like.
Okay.
And the thing is it's right or left.
Okay.
You can't stay in the middle.
Okay.
It's not saying you won't do the other side. It's just saying it's your preference. You get what I'm saying?
That sound like fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna ask you questions, and then you say right or left, and don't try to be neutral, but it don't mean you won't do the other side. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So with the men, tall or short?
Tall.
Already knew that.
Wait, we both answering?
Yeah, because I want to see if it might be a difference here.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Light or dark?
Dark.
Everybody darker than me, so dark.
No, don't do that.
Darker.
You might like light skin niggas. All right.
Everybody darker than me.
You gotta be one hell of a light skinned nigga to get my attention.
All right. You like a nigga muscular or regular? Like?
Muscular.
See, if you would have asked me this 5 years ago, I would have said muscular, but now it's just like,
You're not really pressed.
It don't,
for that.
yeah, I'm
it
not
don't
pressed.
matter.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not pressed.
All right. Long hair, short hair,
No hair.
No hair.
bald head.
Not bald head.
But like,
I don't really like braids.
I don't like dreads, braids.
Okay.
Like
So
if you have
that's
dreads, they
short
gotta
hair.
be fire dreads.
No, that means short hair. 'Cause
Short
even
hair.
this is considered short hair.
Yeah, that's short. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Short.
All right. Street smart or book smart?
Both.
I like.
What I
Both.
say about the middle?
I like book. I like book smart.
Book smart.
Street.
Street. She said, "I like niggas." Anyway, in the industry or not in the industry?
Not in the
Not in the
industry.
industry.
Explain it.
All right. Yeah.
That's interesting.
What?
I don't want to date no rapper. I don't want to date no. I don't.
No, nobody that's in the industry. No
I
executive.
like. I want you to be
I like
behind the
athletes.
scenes. No, you could be behind the scenes. Like
That's
you
in
could
the,
be
that's in the industry. Though.
Okay, so the industry.
Me
Okay.
no.
No. Okay.
The industry is fine.
Now there's a difference between street smart, book smart, and hood nigga
No, I don't want a hood.
and
nigga.
conservative.
Conservative.
Okay.
I don't want no bang bang shoot 'em up. No.
All right. We had black ink. So tatted or not tatted?
Tatted.
Tatted.
Sound like
I love me a tattoo.
okay. Younger than you or older than you? Your age is considered as part of younger than you.
So younger than me.
Younger than me.
Oh, so you
No, I like
like
older
your
than me.
age.
I like guys older than me.
You like older?
Be honest. It's both.
I like when sis get on you. What?
It's both.
Younger than her.
I don't.
Oh, you like babies?
No, I don't like babies. But
I'm gonna get you a stroller for Christmas. You heard?
Oh my god, you funny as hell.
Okay.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, I guess.
That's it?
Yeah.
That was simple.
easy. You got me
It
over here
was.
sweating.
I mean, no, I'm not gonna get crazy. You feel what I'm
But
saying?
we only have a few differences, not too many.
Okay.
But it was the most. I think the important part was the
Yeah.
differences.
Yeah. I just want people to know what you like. Generally, we don't want to go too far. So
Yeah. Okay. I get it.
All right.
That was we good.
Yeah, y'all good. y'all passed.
All right, so let us know like what's like one of y'all main goals that y'all trying to accomplish. Like
When it comes
I know
to
y'all
what,
probably
Everything.
just life or you know what I'm saying career, whichever one.
To sum it up, I think the best way I can say it is just learning how to live life. Like a lot of people don't know how to live life. They don't know what they want, what they like, and it takes time. Like you be 50 years old just figuring it out, and I don't want
That's
to be
true.
that. I want to figure it out now, and I want to learn how to live life and be happy because I'm blessed 100%. Am I happy? No. not every day. So of course we want this music shit to work. Like we need it to work. This is everything to us. Like we put so much time. We sacrifice a lot, and I just feel like we're almost there. We have the right team. We got a lot of people supporting us.
Yeah, y'all definitely got a strong team. We can see that now.
I think at that point, I want it to work for them too. You know,
like, that's how you gotta think of it. Like even us, like
it's not even about me no more.
You want to give back to them people. Like even if it might be somebody that you might not even communicate with that much, but you know what they did. Like I gotta go drop them off something when I get that bag for real. You know what I mean? So like I get it.
Goals as far as we want #1 hits. We want that's
common sense. We doing this for a reason.
Like we have goals, of course, that we know we gonna get them. Means that once we put our mind to it, it's quiet. It's gonna get done. I don't care how long it takes. It's gonna get done. It's just the time.
We queens are figuring it out.
Yeah, definitely.
And y'all did say that last interview, so that's a back-to-back statement.
Yes, back-to-back. It's the truth. It's the truth. But at this point, I don't think it's about us anymore. It's about the people that's supporting us and believing in us. And we gotta make it for them.
Apollo checking in.
What's up, boy?
How y'all doing, family?
We doing good.
Break your team down for us. Break your team. Now, who's your team? Who looks after you guys?
Eric Miller.
You gotta say his whole full name. Way Beyond Productions.
Way Beyond Productions. Y'all know him as E.
Y'all know him as Mr. E.
Yeah, E.
Our Aunt Tasha, because if it wasn't for her, we would never met him.
And she helps with a lot.
Yeah. Our parents, our grandparents, they send us scriptures. Every day, like they love us so much.
E just brought in a few people, so we got Rick, we got Hinky, we got DJ A-Rod, we got a few other of his mans that like he keep it business.
And we shout out to G-Boy. We love G-Boy. That's our little road manager. Yeah, that's our road manager. He don't play that.
Yeah, he protect us.
He protect us.
I actually was watching one of y'all IG posts, and I seen G-Boy in there pulling all off in the that's my homie right there.
Yeah, he look out.
Honestly, most of the people, everything is through E. E's the top. Like as when
it trickles down from him.
Everything trickles down for him. So we got a few more people that he got on hands on with us, but it's just business that we don't even gotta know them. It's just all through like emails and stuff like that. So right now we got a solid team.
How do you guys fit into what's happening currently in the world right now? Like, as far as current affairs, let's go into current affairs.
Well, I would say at the end, being twins and being our personalities being so big and our energy being vibrant
and loud,
and yeah, for sure. It's just
I wouldn't consider y'all loud though.
Oh, I know.
I would say that we just have big, we have big energy. Like our energy is definitely we'll walk in a room and take over a whole room, and we need to work more on just showcasing that personality because we've been having some meetings about doing YouTube and stuff like that because. We need a camera crew. They need to see us every day.
I mean, we have one, Boise.
Yeah, the behind the scenes is like, because everything about us is very authentic. We not gonna, you gotta catch it when you can catch it, because we can't gonna do it again. Yeah. You know?
You say you had a camera crew?
G-Boy. I mean, Boise. Boise been following us. He did all our videos that we got so far, honestly.
He been doing a really good job.
Yeah, he followed us around.
Shout him out, Boise.
Yeah, shout out to Boise.
He followed us for the most part throughout the whole day while we in Atlanta.
No doubt. So y'all in the industry, it's the music industry, there's a lot going on right now.
Yes.
We try to stay up to date with the fashion, the music, the trends, the TikToks and everything. We still figuring it out. Social media.
For us,
we're in person people, like we're real life people,
and we're not messy.
Yeah.
So we want to be known for us. Our personality, like our energy, not us being messy, because we're not messy. Be peaceful people. We like having genuine fun, being around genuine people.
So people like, why y'all didn't record this? Why didn't record? I was having fun.
Real shit though. Bro, we've been like that lately. Like we'd be out doing shows, we'd be talking about it. Hey, let's make sure we take pictures.
And we still forget to take the picture.
We get home, not one picture. We might be one blurry ass picture.
And I'd be so cute, and I'd be like, damn, I didn't get a picture.
Hey, for real.
You see me, I'm wearing it again.
We've been like that the last 3 or 4 shows.
Yeah, we're one of those people, like we're real life people. Like
that's how we get a camera crew.
For me, that's what I be telling her. It's not even about the quality, is the quantity of the people. And it's like we have real connections with real people that matter. Like if you look at our followers, it's not, we don't have that many followers. It's gonna get there. But if you look at the type of people that's following me, that says a lot.
And you always want to be surrounded around like-minded, you know what I'm saying? Like-minded
people, for sure.
Y'all link with anybody, any other female rappers, any other male rappers since y'all been in the A, just moving around that y'all been able to meet and potentially maybe collaborate with in the future?
This
so focused
this
on
week,
us.
no, we've been focused on the Birkin twins, and for me, I don't take it personal when people don't support you. They'll come, they'll gravitate. You'll make them a believer. So I don't take it personal.
It's good. It's good to focus on self. You know what I'm saying, before you start really branching out.
Because it'll come.
Definitely will come.
I'm not gonna force anything.
Yeah, like,
if you want to support, you're gonna want to support. So that's why I tell them that we gotta keep putting it out there, because some people really don't know. They've been around us, and it's like we just thought y'all was playing. Like we didn't know y'all was about to take it serious.
we for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, they gonna definitely see. You know what I'm saying? The more y'all still do it, the more y'all keep elevating. Yeah, like them people gonna come.
They gonna come.
Them features gonna come. People gonna reach out. It might be the same people that you reached out to before. And they might not responded or what.
I got a few conversations in my head, but I ain't gonna talk about it. But like,
you gonna remember it though. Yeah.
Like you gotta grind the way I grind.
Yeah,
that's real.
You gotta do what we did.
You gotta put in that work that I had to put in. Then we could get together and make some real shit.
Because at that point, they on a business set mind. Like, get your people to hit on my people, because ain't shit free. And I understand you making a living out of this. You gotta feed your family and your kids too. So.
Oh yeah. Hey man, no, y'all super dope.
Super dope.
Thank y'all for having us again.
Back to back.
Just like remember this same conversation when it be a down time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, y'all ain't gonna always be on the up and up. You know what I mean? So no, just remember the same team when y'all may be down and trying to get up out of there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I would like to run that spinning record back.
Yeah, cause that shit
one more time. Yeah. Hey, what's funny is though, like we also have a spin it record on one of our albums too as well.
Oh, wow.
So you know.
We gotta hear that. You gotta hear it.
But yeah, let's run that back one more time.
Shit, I wanted to hear the other one again.
Which one? You talking about the dipped in?
You freaky.
I'm a Scorpio. Can't help it.
Like these microphones.
Before we go there though, I want to know
what you need,
go back
Paula?
to the team right quick, because the team is very important. Tell me how important is your team? How important is your team?
It's very important to have a good team, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that we shouldn't have to deal with, and we don't. Because we have a good team, and they don't even make sure that they make sure that shit don't even get to us. Like, we'll find out stuff later on. It's like, wow, we didn't even know that happened. It's like, good, y'all not supposed to know that happened. But I like having.
They keep us from the bullshit.
Yeah, they just keep the bullshit away
and
from
the fakeness.
us. And the fakeness, 100%. And they set things in place to where, like, they know this is what we would do. They know what we're capable of doing. We don't gotta question them. They looking out for us. If they ask us to do something, yeah, of course we want to have a rundown. But we know it's in our best interest. It's for we all have the same goal. We all have the same vision, the bigger picture.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
So having a team will get you real far.
A solid team too, yeah.
I know you want to do some fashion stuff. Do you have a name and the logo already for your design?
We want something to. It has to be something with twins. It has to.
You know,
so it's still in the works.
When y'all first said that, I was thinking I was gonna say this, but I'm gonna say it now. You know, a lot of niggas now be like, yo, twin.
Yes.
That's how people talk.
Yo, twin.
Yo, twin. Like,
hey, that actually could be a good
name. Yo, twin.
Yo, twin.
I'm just saying.
You have
I fuck with that, Rich Mo.
Yo, twin.
That's why I brought it up.
That was a light bulb. That
is. Wait, we might have to come to you for some stage niggas.
I told you I'm about to think about that, cause you know what I mean.
Because we so used to be called twin our whole lives. Just twin. We so
and we answer to it.
Yeah.
So
it'd be like that.
And we can't go on stage like I'm twin too.
I'm twin one. Oh, yeah.
Twin 1, twin 2.
I got it. No. Thing 1 and thing 2.
No.
From Cat in the Hat. I love it. I'm playing. We've
been called that too.
That shit hot though.
Thing 1 and thing 2. We was there for Halloween like years ago when we was kids.
That's dope. Man. I ain't no front, but go ahead. Y'all do what y'all want.
Give me a one of your performances that you were kind of a little bit nervous. You didn't know what to expect, but it came out as you thought it was. Like your level of confidence before the performance was this, but after you performed, you felt this way.
We killed that.
The boxing match.
No, when I did
oh snap! Y'all performed for a boxing match.
When I did Collision, I honestly, after I was done, I forgot the whole performance. Like I literally got off the stage, like that was it. Like I'm ready to go back up there. Like I didn't, it happened. It was so.
They be warmed up after that.
It'd be the nervousness, your adrenaline.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because I was the opposite. I was the total opposite.
And then I felt like once it was over, okay, now I can be myself. So they start asking you questions. You get to talk, and it's like, give me the mic. All right, I'm ready. Like
now it's like
still
now
fired up.
perform.
Still fired
I would
up.
show you my personality. Like,
I would say this. I don't think I said it before, but being on stage and people looking at us has never been a problem. We've grown up. Everybody looking at. We twins.
Facts. Right.
It never bothered us when people looked or stared.
Yeah.
We never had stage fright or anything like that. We performed growing up. Everything we did was performing.
We was dancers and stuff.
And then, like, as being twins, literally walking down the street, people staring. Ask, oh, y'all twins. So it's like coming into being, like, we don't even know. Like, we've been setting ourselves up for this our whole life.
The whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's like, called God.
Yeah, having cameras, people used to take pictures of, like, everywhere. Random. Like, oh, can I take pictures with the twins? Like, just
and you setting the tone for the future twins. So when you do that, because there's some twins right now.
They looking up to you.
We used to go to Coney Island and people want to take pictures. And my family was like, we about to put a bucket here and make y'all some money.
So what do you
Shout out to your family, man.
What do you feel your duties are for the young women coming behind y'all? 13, 14, 15 years old that are listening to you as artists.
Okay, as artists.
And that's trying to come behind y'all. What do you feel your responsibility is as far as a role model to the young women in the world coming behind you?
The best advice I can give them is just stay true to yourself, be authentic, don't listen to everybody because there's no rules. Create your own.
I like that.
Definitely.
And is it something you can give them? Is it a differentiation that you can give them from your lyrics as opposed to real life and how they should be coming up, like how they should be really growing as a young woman? Because a lot of kids, they get it confused.
Yeah, they do.
Nowadays, social media is just it's.
I think, and this is what I tell my sisters, my little sisters and stuff, and cousins. Is like, it's all for show. Don't believe everything you see. Yeah. People show you what they want you to see. They don't show you the real. So it's been times when I had to tell my family members that, like, that was just for Instagram. I'm not there right now. Like, it just be little stuff, and it's like, you believe that? Like, and it's like, it's sad how people really look and think that's real life.
I appreciate you for
saying that. And it's not real life.
It's
there for me to put on a show. Like,
it's entertainment. Entertainment.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's it.
And after you done entertaining, you shut it down and you do what? You go home to your what?
Real life and my sister and
your
real
family.
life shit
Eat
and my
ice cream.
family and no, really,
Watch
I'm
TV.
lactose.
I'll tell them like that.
Oh, don't be farting in here, please. Keep her away from the.
I hate that. That's like one of the things I hate with myself. That I'm.
But as a twin,
poor
always,
baby.
I know it sucks.
you have twins that's not cool. But if you're a twin that is cool with your sister, like,
kudos to you. Keep that.
Keep that, because at the end of the day, no
matter
who I marry,
it's unmatched.
Who I, my like
none of that matters.
My sister, I know for sure. I've always felt love, even when I I'm had down. No matter what, I know. Even if we fighting, no matter what, I know my sister would do anything for me.
Yeah, today she leaned over and grabbed me and gave me a hug.
See, and one thing y'all said last time that stuck with me was, if one of y'all said if I didn't have the other one, I don't know what I would have done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
I've been alone. I've been alone in this world in places that I didn't know anybody, and sometimes it's really hard by yourself. And I've done that so many times in so many different states, and that shit is hard. So to hear y'all say that was like that's like, damn, I wish I had that.
We blessed.
So it's like y'all very blessed for that.
We definitely know it.
Very, very, very.
And when
blessed.
we do separate.
Oh, y'all separate?
No, like when we do little stuff like
go to the bathroom or something?
No, like
y'all do that together?
I was gonna ask y'all, do y'all have time away from each other sometimes?
Yeah, we have time away from each other. She went to Jamaica and I broke my arm when she left.
Oh my god!
Break your arm, man.
But you know what that just meant? Don't separate.
Yeah, no, literally.
My mother said that. She left my baby, and now she broke her arm. I said, "Yeah, baby is a grown woman, and I wanted to go and have fun. I didn't know. I thought she was lying. I'm like, it's only been 5 hours. I didn't even make it. I just made it to my layover. I didn't even make it to Jamaica yet. How did you break your arm? I just left you.
Because you wasn't there.
Yeah, that's what she said.
See, if it was me, I would have took her to Jamaica. You just sit over there while I go do this.
No, it's her fault.
No, what happened was I had to renew. My passport didn't come in time.
Oh,
It was
you
not
fucked up.
It was the flight and everything was booked for me.
Yeah.
I just
But look, so I'm gonna.
We thought about it too. I was like, you wonder if I could use yours? You go and pass it back.
No. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
Don't
tell you
say
this.
that.
No. I want to say this real quick because people don't know this. When I went to Jamaica, I ordered my passport 3 months ahead of time. Something messed up and it didn't come. I was able the day before my flight to go to the passport office and they printed that shit right there because I had a ticket. They will print that shit the day before your flight if you have a ticket.
That's some good information.
I need people to know that.
Okay.
We did
Thank you, Rich Mo.
And hers came first. Mine didn't come.
That's what happened to me. And guess what? The day before my fucking flight,
And then on top, let
they
me let
printed
y'all
my
know.
shit.
Listen, when y'all have twins, whoever out there, y'all ever have twins, do not do what my parents did. Do not make our names the exact fucking same because the doctors confuse us. When we go to the dentist, anything, because it's like our initial, everything is the same. Date of birth. The only thing that's different, if they don't pull up the social, they won't know. Like when I go get prescription, they'll give me her shit, and I'm like, no. You have to I have to give them the last 4 digits of my social for them to know.
So you gonna have me fucked up in here.
Too close.
It's too close. Our initial, everything is the same. The birth. So you think about when you go to the doctor, they ask you for your birthday and your last name.
Yes.
Or they ask for your initials and your birthday.
I went to the doctor a few times under her, not knowing
she was under me.
Damn.
I'm getting text messages for my prescription. I'm like, I ain't go to the doctor. And they putting it under my email, my stuff, and it's for her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why.
Information, people. Tune in.
That's what they do to black people every day. It's called mistaken identity.
Yeah.
There you go.
But they have a reason with us. We do look alike.
Okay. They say we do too.
They look alike too.
I got a question. When you guys was on college campus, what was the most impactful? Because this podcast right here, last time y'all was on, it was called the Notary Podcast.
Notary?
Yeah.
This is the Big Impact Mindset Podcast.
Okay.
So what was the biggest impact on college campus that you guys came in separately, not together, but separately, that you came in counter with on college campus?
Biggest impact, ladies.
The biggest impact. Even if that means you touch somebody's life, you help somebody, you change their life,
somebody
whatever.
helped you.
Just impactful. What was the biggest impactful moment on college campus that
changed your life?
That changed your life.
That changed my life or the other person's life?
Both.
Anyone.
It changed my
Really,
life. I had a homegirl. Sorry, I'm telling you a business girl, but she was in a domestic violence relationship.
Just don't say her name.
Yeah, I'm not. And I really sat down and talked to her about, like, you know, you don't deserve this. Like, I watched him. Like, y'all don't even want me to say what he was doing to her. It was that bad.
I hate that.
Yeah. And I sat down to talk to her, and she left him. And mind you, all the other homegirls that she had, they was like, girl, you wasting your time. She ain't gonna listen to shit. I've been telling her this. They've been knowing each other, and I'm just now coming in and meeting her and stuff. And
I remember you telling me.
She really listened to me, and I helped her get away. I helped her, like, get her stuff together and, you know, be able to be good and stuff. It's like, girl, you don't gotta, you know, like, I gave her clothes. I made sure she was good, like, because I had my own room at one point when I was in my dorms. And I'm like, you can stay with me. You can figure it out. Like, go to class. Do what you gotta do. You can't do that now.
It's crazy that something like that can happen in college. These are kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These are kids, and some nigga got that much control over you that you don't know what to do. And he's like that at that age. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's
but
still
you know what?
good.
Shout out to you for being there for her and helping her.
Yeah. I was gonna say it's good that you.
So what was your biggest? Let me say that again. What was your biggest impactful moment in college?
For you?
I think when I pledged.
Hold on, you just gave yours.
Yeah.
You just gave. You got more.
I'm gonna say
you got more.
We got a lot. I got a lot of impact.
All right, give me one strong one.
Because
that was strong that she just hit us with.
I
still got tears.
I would say that the impact college gave me, not what I gave it, but what it gave me is how powerful black people are. And how powerful we can be when we come together. Like my campus and my college, we always rallied up. Whether it was on campus, outside of campus, like we were some powerful young people, powerful young, like making a difference.
Very young,
making a difference.
Do you think that changed today? Do you think that changed? Because they said, like, in the technology world, every 6 months, technology going to change. That's why you always see new iPhones. So in the real world, I'm not sure if it's 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 7 months that we see a switch, a change or anything. But right now, do you think the young people in college, the switch hit them in a positive or a negative way based on what they seeing every day on social media?
It has to.
It hit them.
It had
It's not. I don't think
no
it's a
way.
positive way neither. I think it's negative because y'all really be believing what y'all see on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter.
And it's a lot of separation.
And it's a lot of separation. It is.
And then COVID hit when people was going to college and distance.
They didn't get to experience what we experienced.
It was not
like we got lucky to catch it right before.
Yeah,
like, literally right before.
They didn't. There's no way they can.
So with you guys, it was more like a unity. You would say
Yes.
it was more like you really care for somebody.
We was sleeping in the same bed together. 3 kids, like what? Like we was really friends, family, cooking for each other.
COVID created like a robotics type
separation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we was really legit family. Like I knew your family, you knew my family. Like we did everything together. Like it was no like, oh my God.
And we always figured out ways to make things better. Like let's say a club was gonna shut down, we had to figure out a way to make sure it didn't. If we had to all write letters or sign petitions, like we was really about that shit in college. Like that was the best part of college.
And speaking of the unity that you speak of, when you pledged, because I know that's a big unity thing. What was you about to say about how that impacted you?
Listen, child.
we played Kappa Sweethearts, and it was more so.
If I ever wanted to give up in life, that was the moment.
It was heavy.
No, they treated us just like the guys. It was the same.
But it humbled me a lot.
It did.
Definitely. I'm not gonna lie. I grew up pretty girl privilege, and I'm not gonna lie. Like I was spoiled like by life.
Yeah.
Like, it had nothing to do with just my parents. They had us so they know.
And they treated you like.
I was more spoiled by love,
and
and support.
Yeah.
Like my parents didn't have it. They couldn't give me everything I wanted. Like I had to go to a good job. I had a job since I was 16. If I wanted nice things, I had to buy it myself.
Right. I didn't have a cell phone until I was able to buy my own.
Exactly.
In the car. I didn't get that. Like, I had to wait to buy my own. But my parents
my daddy was a drug dealer.
I
got a cell phone at 16, and that was in 1996.
No, 96.
I'm 42.
You look young.
Thank you.
But we were spoiled by love and support.
Black don't crack.
And
Let's
like
do it.
my mother, even she'd be mad at me. She'd do my hair. She'd rub my back.
Aww.
Like I was spoiled by like affection stuff like that. I was spoiled. So when I was in college and I'm online and they're telling me I can't do my hair, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Like,
what you talking about?
Yeah, it really humbled me. It really did. And to have a bond with people, and then
outside of just us.
Yeah, outside of just us. And then it's like people that got on my nerves.
I learned to love them. People that I didn't understand them. I learned to understand.
So you would say you would pledge again if you had to?
No.
She said.
No. It's over with.
It taught me.
Not again.
Shout out. It definitely taught me.
So you don't remember the song, the Kappa Sweetheart song?
Which one? There's a few of them.
Oh, okay.
It is.
What's one?
He
what's
said,
one
oh,
of
okay.
them? The main one.
That's a.
He aborted that question.
They said we ain't fucking with that. Shout out to y'all with nah.
Yeah.
So Kappa Sweethearts is the female version of the Kappas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're the sisterhood of,
Did y'all have to go through initiation or?
Yeah, we went through Hazen.
Wait, AKA is.
So what did they do to y'all?
I can't talk about that.
I'm about to say. It would have been a good idea.
I can't talk about that.
Yeah, they're not supposed to tell me.
We can't talk about discretion.
Discretion is key.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but that's good. So y'all have a good fan base. It's just waiting for y'all to pop off them Kappas.
Oh, it's happening.
Yeah. Our brothers still reach out to us.
Yeah.
My Kappa dads and stuff. They still check out.
Kappa dads.
They got
any other fraternities?
Yeah. Wait, what?
For any other sororities?
Okay, daddy.
Yeah, everybody cool. Everybody, honestly.
No. Do the Kappa Sweethearts beef with any other sorority?
Oh no.
No beef.
Not over Virginia State University. I don't know about any other school, but nah.
What's y'all letters?
What you mean?
Everybody got letters. AKA is one thing.
We got the KSK.
KSK, okay. I'm trying because I never heard of Kappa Sweethearts. I just wanted to, understand. If I seen it, I know.
But what you see is you see a K, a diamond, and a heart.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the local rapper on campus? Who was that person?
Who was the local rapper?
And did he blow up?
He said.
That's a good question because we had a few people that was rapping on campus, but
I don't know. No, they didn't blow up. I would remember.
Obviously.
That's all.
They didn't blow up. That's what you should know.
Yeah, I was going to campuses to see Sway Lee. That's when Sway Lee was coming out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope. If you had one artist that you can do some music with, who do you think y'all would have the best feature with? What artist in this industry that if y'all did a song with them, be the best feature ever?
Them featuring on us or us featuring on them?
It don't matter. It's a song. A song with them. Forget the feature part.
Dang.
A song.
Male or female?
Right.
Or artist.
It don't matter. You need me to narrow it down?
Female. Let's go with female.
Let's go with female first.
Like each of y'all pick an artist.
It has to be like the artist, the female rappers out right now.
Listen, the sound that you got. There's sometimes you had to say, look, if we did a song with this person, it'd be crazy. Who's that?
Who would you say?
I'll say Megan. I just love her energy.
Megan Thee Stallion.
I feel like if we had to like really like bring it back to like New York, it'd be Lil' Kim.
Yeah.
Lil' Kim.
Period. Because our energy and our style kind of
trickles down.
Yeah.
And then where y'all going so far with the music? So far,
because I love me some Foxy Brown, some Trina, all of that.
Yeah.
But so far the music I've heard is definitely it's definitely ATL.
Yeah.
Classic ATL, I should say. It's just not ATL. It's how ATL started.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, our team is kind of old heads. So.
Right. And that's good because they know the old heads. They know the Dungeon families. And
it's very classic. It's classic. It's almost ancient over here.
That's what the game missing though. I ain't gonna lie. That's what the game missing.
No, but that's what they told us. Because when we met them, they was like, y'all giving me like y'all been here before. Y'all have old souls. Like we listened to. Yeah. So when they got to know us, they just was like, I know y'all would like this. Like. And we did.
Yeah.
Right. And y'all coming and because y'all coming from New York, it's almost introverted.
Yeah.
You're coming from New York with a down south with down south records.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not just when I say down south records, I don't mean just Carl Mo.
Okay.
But we still get that New York vibe.
Right.
Because we can't change our how we sound.
Right. But see that's what Atlanta's missing right now.
Yeah.
We are missing the true sound of Atlanta. And when they gave us that Usher and City Girls record with Hanky, that just put us gave us that good feeling. That gave us that good feeling. So to know that y'all coming behind that and gonna keep on going on that line, that's what radio need right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
The radio need the Birkin twins, and I said
it.
Big Boss Birkin
twins.
I don't like that one. You gotta get a Birkin one. Birkin.
Y'all gotta plug it, dude.
Yeah.
Y'all do y'all
Birkin.
You gotta do that and get it to me.
All right. Get it. Birkin.
There you go. You got it.
Said you gotta send
they say every artist is birthed out of another artist, and the name Birkin Twins. Break that name down for us.
One of our friends started calling us that, and we just went with it.
Yeah.
It was never like once again, everything about us is authentic. Everything about us is like if you're there, you catch it.
Yeah.
If you're not, catch the next train. But it was just one of those things. One of our old friends was calling us that, and we kind of went with it.
Yeah,
right.
We didn't want to be called like
the
twins,
Davis twins, or like. So he like
it stuck.
It stuck. It did.
Is that your favorite bag?
Yes.
It is.
So if you want to give me anything for Christmas,
for my birthday,
get the Birkin twins a Birkin bag
to add to the collection, right?
To start the collection. I'm very humble. At the end of the day, I ain't there yet, but it will soon. One day.
Soon come. One day.
All right.
You gotta speak it into existence.
That's right.
Manifestation.
The closest thing I got to a Birkin is the Balenciaga. Chanel.
Okay.
All right.
So
the Birkin Twins, Brooklyn, Cali. You know what I mean?
Atlanta,
ATL.
Atlanta.
They getting it in independent industry. You know what I mean? Labels. I know y'all looking. You know what I mean? Y'all better when y'all holler, y'all better come correct. Whatever y'all talking, whatever business you talking, you better be coming correct because the Birkin Twins are about to take over and explode and blow up and take this music thing to another level. And
thank you.
And we appreciate them.
He said
it. Oh yeah.
And man, before we head out, I do want a song of y'all choice that y'all want to play on the way out. Whichever one. Y'all though, of course. Y'all like pick one of y'all songs. You know what I mean?
Spend It. I love Spend It right now. I've been playing that while I'm getting ready, when I'm in the shower. Yeah. Spend It. Yeah.
Let's run that back one more time. Back to back.
Yes. Spend It.
Spend that. I know y'all out of y'all PPPs, but get it together, y'all. I need y'all to come on down.
Or no, you know what? You good right there. You good right there. Paulo will sit over there. Hold on. You got it up there?
Ready.
Yeah. You already know what it is, man. This is Black Ink Radio, Big Impact Mindset Podcast. Got some special guests that just killed it up here, the Birkin Twins. This is a part 2 right here. That's the great thing about this situation. We got so much content, we can do a part 1 and a part 2. So what I want to do right now, I want to send a shout out to our sponsors from New Jersey, Making Memories Photo Booth. This is my man Damon Benjamin, man. He's a good dude. His wife is a great woman. They give back to the community, and it's important not just to have a business in the community, but to also give back to the community. I don't care if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, I don't care if it's Memorial Day. Just giving back to the community is very important because the community is what's keeping you in business. So once again, the sponsor for this actual podcast is Making Memories Photos Booth. Create memories of a lifetime. This is my man Damon Benjamin. And he's out of Cumberland County, New Jersey. That's a little small part of New Jersey, about an hour and a half from Newark, New Jersey. But we get it in. There's a lot of talent. We got NFL football players over there now. Papa Pacheco at the Kansas City Chiefs. We got Marquise Bell playing with the Dallas Cowboys. Jamil Demby. That started this whole movement off with the NFL players or whatever. So it's a lot of talent. We got rappers, singers, always starting from Young Steph to Gina Thompson. All of them is right from Cumberland County, New Jersey. So at the end of the day, I want to give a shout out to all the small businesses, all the medium business, all the large businesses that's making a difference in the community. Not just collecting money off of the community, but giving back to the community. Can we get a hand clap for Making Memories Photo Booth? My man, Damon. I salute you, bro. So now we getting ready to get the second part started. So what I need now is Apollo somewhere over here. I need Danny or King or somebody to shut the door. Come on in but shut the door because we getting ready to get real busy.
Watch my girls.
Bring somebody, stay with the girls. Bring them in because that's pressures right there. That's family. That's more than business. That's family. It's a difference. So what I'm gonna do? We gonna do something different today. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna let my son Tropicana. Y'all know him. Y'all know this. Y'all know the story. If y'all don't, he'll fill y'all in on the story. But he gonna interview me and my brother over here to my left, my brother E, aka Eric. I ain't gonna tell you his government, but just call him E. And he's gonna tell you a lot more what's going on. And all the way to my far left is my business partner Apollo. So I'm gonna sit back and act like I'm just a guest and entertain this interview. And part of my French, but we gonna kill this with the 6 man. You know when you playing NBA basketball, it's that 6 man award y'all keep forgetting about that come off the bench and help y'all win that championship. And that's my man Rich Mo. Can I get a hand clap?
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate the love always.
I'm ready when y'all ready. Y'all started, Rich Mo.
So you know, for those tuning in, we got 2 powerful brothers in the middle right here. All right, we got Big Coop, we got E. So basically, you know, with this situation, I just want to highlight the triumphs, you know, of 2 brothers that came, you know, from the gutter, counted out, and so people can get an insight on, you know, how to turn life around or how to navigate certain things in life, you know, as we going through our challenges. So Big Coop, he did prison time. E, you also did time, right?
Correct.
So starting with Big Coop, how much time did you do, brother?
Oh man, total, I did about 14 years out of my life, in the penitentiary, county jail.
Yeah.
Federal, state, and at one time, a little over 9 years.
And so how about for you, E? How much time did you do?
7.
7. So that was 7 straight?
Straight.
Okay.
No bun, no nothing.
No straight. Nothing, straight. So let me ask you, because coming out of the streets and going, you know, into those institutions, a lot of cats, you know, they change in the way that they conducted themselves in the streets in comparison to how they conduct themselves behind the wall. So E, like, how was it for you, you know, when you got behind the wall? Like, did it make you have to turn your savage up? Because some cats, when they get behind the wall, they don't got no guns no more and things like that. So the way that they interact with people, it changes. You know what I'm saying? So how was it for you to transition?
Well, for me, I was popular.
Yeah.
So when I got there, there's a lot of guys already knew me. There's a lot of officers that already knew me.
Okay.
They knew about me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have it hard.
Okay.
And then I had money. So I really was like, shit, I was like straight.
Yeah,
you feel me? And I didn't have it hard at all. I only had like 2 fights. Okay. And after those 2 fights, it was never a fight after that.
Right.
You feel me?
So
I
was that...
I didn't even get to finish the fights.
How early was those fights?
Let's say 6 months I was there, and then like 3 years after I was there.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of those guys had life sentences, but they tried me.
Yeah.
It beat them.
And then these niggas like 280 pounds and like 6'4", like big niggas.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I run my dorm, I run my dorm.
You feel me?
You feel me? You gonna
right.
respect it, nigga. I don't give a fuck how short I am.
Right.
And they didn't respect it.
Yeah.
Of course.
And
man.
they got shipped.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
And when you run your dome, like you said, you're not even gonna have to finish that fight.
Correct.
Because niggas gonna finish it for you.
Right.
Correct.
All right.
So how was it for you, Big Coop, like going behind the wall from when you was actually running the street? Like, did that change the way that you dealt with cats? or did you have to deal with people a little rougher behind the wall? Because some cats, like I say, they get behind the wall and they change. You know what I'm saying? They not the same tiger behind the wall.
So when you say tiger, explain what you mean by tiger, because we got pussy cats.
There's a lot of felines.
We got domesticated tigers.
You know,
we got wild tigers.
You know,
explain to me.
Because in the streets, especially today, it'll be a young cat. Because he got a gun on him, he might be quick to get rah-rah. But in a situation where he don't have that, he reacts to the situation a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So how was it for you behind the wall? Now you don't have no guns or nothing like that. How was that for you?
Well, I'm gonna keep it real. It's almost like my brother E said, and this is the funny thing. Me and E just met each other a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, as you already know. So the only history we got is spending time in the penitentiary. Mm-hmm. So when I was on the outside, I was donating to nonprofit organizations. I was trying to create and make a wrong a right. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm giving $10,000 to my best friends that ain't in the streets. I don't want them to be in the streets. So Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Here go $10,000 for you and your family. But when I got in, I changed. Most people, like you said, that's gangster on the outside, when they get on the inside, is a whole difference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The only thing I didn't know how to do on the inside, and I know this is going to sound crazy, was survive based off of prison. See, I still had people that cared for me. I still had people that was able to go to my safe and put money on my books.
Send you money and shit. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you got people that's been incarcerated for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. And they only, no exaggeration, a half a mile from their house, and they can't even get a visit. Am I right, E?
Definitely. But I happen to be blessed because my wife was there every fucking weekend.
Okay.
Wherever they shipped me, she was there.
Exactly. So the point I'm making is, when they shipping you 3 hours, 4 hours, 10 hours away from your home, because the feds don't care where they ship you at. Mm-hmm. They call it a hard ship. Yeah. So they send you as far as they can to make it hard for your family to come see you. Mm-hmm. 9 out of 10 times, if your family come see you while you in the feds, you probably going to get a hotel and stay there for 2 or 3 days. So at the end of the day, I was that cat that people clinged on to, that was in the system, because I was able to connect them with girls.
Right.
I was able to connect them with people that they haven't seen in 2 years, 3 years. Mm-hmm. You're talking about people that's doing 25 years and haven't seen a family member in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So when somebody like me come in, it's like a refresher, because at the end of the day, I got pictures coming in, and he probably can attest to this. One picture. One good picture. If somebody send you a picture about they balling in the club and it's your people, that can last you a memory for a whole month. That gives you that type of energy for a whole month.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I was able to be life to the ones that didn't have no life. So pictures, visits, all of these things that we will look at as minute if we was on the other side of the wall became something important.
Right.
Cigarettes. I never smoked. I never did drugs, but I was able to supply cigarettes.
Yeah.
So that made me that dude on a compound. I also played sports. They had football. They had softball, and I could fight. So at the end of the day, I probably wasn't the one to fuck with. I probably was the one to get along with.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And when they notice about you, it's not just the prisoners. I don't call them inmates. We was prisoners.
Right.
When they know that about you, so does the COs. And when the COs know you a thoroughbred, remember the COs can read your paperwork.
Right.
When they know you're COs don't like snitches, by the way.
Of course they don't.
Don't believe what y'all heard. COs don't like snitches,
of course,
because a lot of these COs come from the hood.
Yeah.
They just was able to get out of the hood and fortunate to get out of the hood, but they don't fuck with snitches.
One time, during my time when I did Lyft and Uber in Atlanta, I picked up a CO, and he was talking to me. He was like, he said, yeah, man, these niggas around here, You talking about 12 and shit, nigga. I ain't no motherfucking 12, nigga. This, and that. So I seen it come out where I'm like, okay, they from the neighborhood just like everybody else.
Yep.
They don't even really look at themselves as cops.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Not. They look at themselves just as, you know, they coming in there, and when they're doing their shifts, they're locked up with the inmates.
Yep.
Bro, you know listen, I know a lot of COs from Rikers Island, and them niggas I know from the hood. You understand what I'm saying? That just got, like he said, a good job.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is put your 20 in and you can fucking retire. I don't care how old you are. That, and not a lot of jobs give you that, to offer you that.
Right.
Where if you just put 20 in, if your 20 ends at fucking 35, it's over. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Other jobs, you gotta be 50, 60 years old to actually retire. So them CO jobs, they offering a lot of benefits and a lot of things to these people. If anything happens, when these inmates do crazy shit or whatever to the CO, they get a bonus, they get paid time off. It's crazy how much money they get these people to do these jobs. So at the end of the day, I know a lot of hood niggas that's taking these jobs. Mm-hmm. You understand? When Lil Wayne was locked up, I knew niggas that was holding him down in fucking Rikers Island.
Right.
When my niggas was locked down, a lot of them was lucky that I knew these COs and they had an easy time on Rikers Island. Because I'm very popular. And I know a lot of them COs. I know a lot of COs that's in a lot of these jails. And a lot of my niggas, you know, it gets deep. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is, like you said, they are regular people. And at the end of the day, they really not officers. I mean, they are, but they ain't. So it's different. And they don't like snitches, like he said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's like, if you tell on niggas in the street, you might tell them what they doing. Because they helping niggas inside the motherfucking jail. And you might tell on them too.
So E, you talked about, you know, how you run your dorm and things like that. And basically your power and your respect that you built on the outside carried you. So like as a leader, that put you in a leadership position.
Correct.
So as a leader, would you rather lead with fear or love?
Well, I don't know. It just, hey, you gonna love nobody. You feel me?
Yeah,
right.
You only love your woman. You feel me?
Yeah.
Your kid.
Yeah.
Everybody else, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? It's either me or them.
Right.
Cause I've been in a dorm where they knock off about 5 or 10 niggas the same day.
Right.
While they sleep.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, nigga, you come at me, nigga. You know, nigga, I'm going to get your mama from outside.
Facts.
So a lot of your leadership was based on the fact that cats feared you, or what would come from, you know, if they dealt with you a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Evidently, that's what it is. But at the same time, I feel nothing.
Right.
I don't feel nobody but Allah.
Yeah.
Well, can I relate to you for a second, brother? So you came in there with some money, right?
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell what I want to let the young brother know is, sometimes when you have some money and it's like you could play chess. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I want to understand, is this how it was for you? Because I know how you know how it can be. So at the end of the day, it's like when it's one thing to say fear, because it's a difference between straight fear, like he in there fucking everybody up.
Right.
He told you only had 2 fights.
Right.
So at the end of the day, if you come in there, my thing is this, right? If a nigga fuck with me because, yo, you know I'm good, I got this. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you need it. You ain't got shit. Sometimes being a boss is putting certain niggas in positions to make them all right when they can't be all right.
Correct.
So guess what? Them niggas is savages for me.
You sure you ain't do prison time, bro?
I like I said,
you've been around a lot of motherfuckers that did.
I have, and I've taken care of niggas in prison.
Okay,
and made sure that they can be like I'm trying to say now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I know you good and you give me another nigga number to get him something, I'm gonna give it to him, because guess what? Like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, if I can make sure you can make sure these niggas is good, because the thing about wolves is, right, if you can feed a wolf, he gonna be on your side.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Say that again, Richmond. You said it too fast.
If you could feed some wolves, they gonna be on your side. But the thing about wolves is, when you feeding them, if you ain't got nothing else to feed them, they're gonna turn around and they're gonna eat you.
It's a rat.
Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I never let anybody I knew get ate. I'm gonna make sure you can feed these niggas so that you can run your shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to explain to him is, it's not about fear and love. It's about, you take care of niggas, they gonna take care of you. So at the end of the day, you never bite the hand that feeds you. So if a nigga in there because he getting money and, he get clipped up, if he got money on the outside, he can make sure that niggas on the inside is okay. And what happens is they gonna make sure nobody else fuck with him. So like he said, he ain't gotta finish no fights. And that, like he said, if a nigga even think about him, niggas are gonna make sure that.
But guess what, Rich Mo?
And it's still a respect.
Hold on. But guess what?
What's up?
You was right and he was right. You know why?
What's up?
Them motherfuckers ain't love me. They feared me.
Okay.
They feared the fact that although I was behind them walls, it took one phone call to fuck their whole life up.
That's still fear. They feared him for that too.
I'm just saying it's both.
It's the
both.
same, yeah.
Fear and love split straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle. And they the same.
And I was taught. I came from a family, not to be bragging or nothing like that,
right.
But I came from a family that ran the drug coast from Connecticut all the way down to Miami, and fear and respect was first cousins. They didn't care how they got their money from you. If you was scared and you paid them, or if you respected and you paid them. My uncles and my dad, rest in peace, didn't give a damn.
They got paid. They didn't care about that.
They got paid. So at the end of the day, he probably asking this question because I'm his dad, and he's asking this question because
he want to know.
Not only was his dad in the game, but his mom was in the game.
Crazy.
And not only was his mom in the game, but when she was incarcerated in Caldwell, New Jersey, she was pregnant with him in her stomach.
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
So she was inside the prison cell with a baby inside of her, and we in two split locations, but in the same location in Caldwell, New Jersey. So at the end of the day, he came out as, damn, you got some kids that come out as crack babies. You got some kids that's coming out as your dad and your mom was a kingpin. You know that?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, everywhere he went, it was people offering him shit based on they know me or they knew his mom. So at the end of the day, he looked at life totally different than a 9th grader, the 10th grader, 11th grader, an 8th grader. He looked at life totally different because he came from an environment where it wasn't nothing for his mom to physically smack him in the face and call me, and I'm going to fuck him up when I get there. Because we didn't want him to go down the same path we went down. And that's what a real hustler feels. A real hustler. I don't know these hustlers today. I don't know a hustler that want their son or daughter to go down the same fucking path that put them in prison for 10 years. No, some of them is saluting them at 4 and 5 years old, putting red bandanas and blue bandanas and yellow bandanas for Latin kings around their fucking head and saying, you're going to be just like dad. That's not no real hustler. A real hustler don't want their kids nowhere near what the fuck they went through. I'm going to keep it real. I know some of y'all mad at me. I don't give a fuck.
They can't be.
Go ahead, E. Go ahead, E.
They can't be.
You met my son last night.
Yes, I did.
Had some
a true
food.
gentleman.
Great food.
Ooh,
right.
that you undercutting and calling it great. Call it something else.
Never knew what I did. Never. Only thing he can talk about is all the gifts he ever had.
Why is that, E? Why is that, E?
Ever had. Because I had to keep my family safe. And I didn't want my son to grow up like me.
That's a real true. That's a real true blue hustler.
Only way he found out is because my cousin's son told him, like, you're going to see your dad. He's locked up. I'm like, why you do that? But it's all good. Now we have the greatest relationship. My only son. And it's a privilege to me that he's built a brand on his own without my help.
What do we do, E?
Dope.
He's the best chef in Georgia.
Okay.
We have a restaurant. It's called Way Beyond Remix.
What is it called, E?
Way Beyond Remix.
Way Beyond Remix.
He has also been cooking for Magic City.
Oh, that's dope.
For
They
years.
feel good. They feel good.
For years. That's what
They
Magic
feel good.
How long he been cooking for Magic City?
Almost 10 years.
I know stripper food. That feels good.
So listen now. You talking about that stripper food good. Just imagine when you get down there.
Right.
He's not at Magic no more.
Okay.
He's at Way Beyond
We gotta
Remix.
come. We gotta go to Way Beyond Remix now.
Yeah, it's on Edgewood.
Okay. All right.
45 each.
It's
Can
kinda
I say
close.
something?
Yeah.
I was embarrassed last night when I went to that restaurant. I went late too. I went like, I went like 12 something or 11 something at night, right? I had to come meet you, right? I was embarrassed because, first of all, he walked me in the kitchen. I ain't tell y'all this for my people, my team that was in the group text. You know, in the real world, the mob walk you in the kitchen. They don't keep you out there with everybody else. So he walked me in the kitchen. First of all, he had a thorough enough waitress where she was asking questions. Who are you? Then she went back there and double checked with him and said, follow me in the back. Everybody that was sitting at his bar looking at me like, who the hell is him? I get back there, his son cooking up. He introduced me to his son. He said, what you want? This is what he asked me. I said, man, I'm trying to be humble.
Right.
I want some wings and fries. He said, not on my watch. You ain't getting no wings and fries on my watch. Pick something else. You know how Michael Blackson said, try again, mother sucker.
Try again.
Try again, mother sucker. He said, pick something else. I couldn't even pick nothing. He said, you getting lamb chops.
That's right.
And what else you want with it? He ain't know lamb chops was my favorite. You seen the plate, Rich, bro. So I had lamb chops, yellow rice, and some broccoli, right? And his son, no asking questions.
He put his feet, his
he
toes.
cooked it right in front of me,
He
right?
put it all in there. I know. I seen it.
This man ain't charged me a dime. I felt guilty. I'm eating it. I'm so embarrassed. I'm gonna show y'all the before and after plate.
Goddamn.
The after, listen,
should've
he
sent
had
me a
me.
picture of that.
Listen, he had me eating the bone of the lamb chop, dipping it into a sauce, cause his son invents sauce.
Ooh.
His son invents sauce. He had 3 sauces that he bought out to me. One was on the lamb chop, one was for chicken, and one was for whatever you wanted to mix it with. But the point, listen, I'm keeping it on the real. Yeah, give me whatever you gonna give me. I'm keeping it on the real. When I took the bone, I was already done. I dipped it in the sauce. I said, shit.
He was just licking the bone with sauce.
Yes.
This brother kept it real. He saying you like that. He enjoying the fact that I'm enjoying
That you enjoying
the
it.
meal, right?
That's real shit though.
So he started talking about he know who he know. Boom, boom, boom. One of the names Deion Sanders. I said, yo, Deion, this can be called swag. I don't care who hear it because y'all can't cook and make this shit like it's
Right.
I said, yo, this can be called swag sauce.
Swag sauce.
Because Deion went crazy when they said he wasn't swag. They did a remix. That song played at every game ever since. Listen at what I'm saying. Go to Edgewood. It's going to be right by Harold's Chicken. It's going to be the old Ghost Bar. It's going to be across from
Shout out
Feathers.
to my homie Ray.
That's right, Ray.
His homie Ray, I was able to meet. They were so humble. They were so, listen.
Come to see you, Ray.
They were so humble at this place. The food, listen, he tried to grab my damn plate because he thought I was done. I said,
I ain't finished, nigga. Did you see me lick this shit?
That's what I said.
Did you see me lick this shit?
Am I right, E? I said, no, put my shit down.
And so,
I ain't lick this plate.
Am I right, E? Talk to him, E.
Hey, he took the sauce. He was like, oh, shit, man, I'm going to eat this. I'm like, okay, well. Even the waitress came back and said, she come back to get the plate. I was like,
leave him alone.
Let me say this. He didn't charge me a dime, right? That ain't bragging. That's just showing homage, right?
That's love.
Man, I couldn't even feel good with leaving. I damn near paid what it would cost as a tip to his son. As the show, like, I'm not here to take, I'm here to take and give. It's a difference.
As you should.
It's okay to take, but it's even better to give.
Facts.
Go ahead, Paulo, because I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna let you kill it. It's okay to take, but it's even better to give. When you have a team, right? Come on, listen, we got 2 movements going on. We got the notary, which is the music component, and we got the big impact mindset, which is what we talking about right now. Where your mind at?
Right, where's it at?
You're talking about being rich. Where the fuck is your mind at to even go to that path of being rich? Because I'm around a whole lot of millionaires and they think different. They don't care about white, black, Asian. They think different. So at the end of the day, where's your mind? Right. So the last time the Birkin twins, who are marvelous, who are spectacular, was on this show, it was about the notary.
Yeah.
This time it's about big impact mindset. Where's your mind? Yes. So at the end of the day, you got two movements going on. You got the notary and you got the big impact mindset that's going to fuck the game up. And when I say that, when me and this brother knew, because of Rick Ross, not the rapper Rick Ross, but the executive Rick Ross, introduced us.
Not the rapper, not the drug dealer, the executive.
The executive,
right?
That's
my brother, man.
That's his brother.
That nigga,
that's his brother.
Boys since
good guy. I like him. I met him through this, but I like him. He's cool.
So when he introduced us, it was nothing else to talk about. Because guess what Rick don't do? He don't introduce you. If you're not real, Trapper tell you we was on school tours. We did 60 schools a year. If Rick don't feel you, Rick is not introducing you. Rick Ross won't introduce you. He don't care. He don't care about none of that stuff. He's not going to introduce you. So when he introduced me and my brother right here, and we went in that back room and started talking, it was nothing else to talk about.
Connection.
So if y'all felt some type of way about E and y'all felt some type of way about Big Coop, y'all might as well hang y'all fucking self. I'm done talking. I'm done talking till y'all answer questions.
I just wanted to ask E. So how old was your son when you went in?
He was, I think, 7.
Okay.
I think he was like 7.
Okay. Yeah, I was like 5 when my dad went in.
He was like 7.
So
because he was in, I used to take him to first grade. So he was like almost 7.
Yeah. First grade is 6.
No.
7. Yeah.
He was 5.
That's kindergarten.
He was 5.
Okay.
So how was it? Like when you came home, like readjusting in a way, like to get to, because I know like when my father came home, I had to really get to know my father in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because we missed so much time. Then the streets take time away from the kids too. Yeah. So how was that for you? Like when you finally came home, now you reconnecting with your son, you getting to know him deeper as a person, and he's getting to know you deeper as a person.
It felt great to me to wake up with him. You
know
in the same house. And, I was at all his football games. Because he was in high school then.
How old was he when you came home? How old was he about?
He was about 16, 17.
Okay.
He was 15. 15.
Wow.
15.
Okay.
He was playing 8th grade football then.
Nice. So you came at a nice age still.
Right.
So who primarily was guiding him into what and who he was supposed to be while you were gone? Who was responsible for that?
It's a lot of my people that was, that held me that didn't go to prison.
Okay.
You feel me? Like them my brothers too. You feel me? Like they was there when I wasn't there. So they was able to guide him a little bit, show him stuff and take him to practice and stuff like that.
Because one of the things that I look for in situations in solving problems, because a lot of people talk. No one ever comes up with solutions. No one ever comes up with solutions to these problems. And me considering myself a problem solver, the great problem solver, I'm always trying to get to the solutions of these problems, And when you were gone and he was out here in the world acting, one of my things is the dad is gone, he's locked away. My hopes is that the son don't fall in with the wrong crowd to fall in to the same line, because one of the things I know that you don't want while you in there is for your son to really follow in the same footsteps that got you in there. Because what we trying to do with our young black men, 13 to 21, is guide them into the right way of going through your life to where you will stay out of certain situations that's going to halt your life, that's going to put your life at a standstill. And if you do certain things that halt you, then you can look at 9 years at a standstill from a civilian standpoint, 7, 8, 9, 12 years from being isolated from the world. So while the youth is out here, my question is, how do you tell the youth that they're two different people and they don't know it? Okay. They're the before and they're the after also. So how do we get them to see that what you doing now it's your choices and decisions that you make in life is going to affect your next 10 years.
Wow.
On this world. So how do we get them to see that you need to be making the right choices and decisions from the age of 13 years old, from the ages of 13 years old to 21 years old? You need to be making the right decisions in life to kind of put you in the position that you need to be in, so you won't be running around here looking crazy.
Okay. Wow. All right. When it come down to me personally, I always told my kids when I got home, even when I was locked up and he'd come see me, I'd be like, don't let nobody trick you out the street. Do you understand what I'm saying? And he'd be like, what are you saying? Don't let nobody influence you to lose your life or to have you sitting where I'm sitting. Okay, cool. He got that. So when I get home, my house was like, I had the big pool and it's humongous, like 10,000 square feet. And I have cameras everywhere. And I actually have a recording studio inside the house. So I overhear him talking to his friends, telling his friends, listen, man, y'all shouldn't do that. Y'all shouldn't do that, bro. I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm like, I'm just peeping what he's saying. I ain't go in there yet. I'm just listening. So he was telling them basically the same thing I told him. And that means he was listening because he spread it to someone else. And that's how you receive blessings from God.
That's how you receive blessings.
You know what I'm saying?
Because all it takes is one.
Right. So sometimes as parents, we feel like, oh, that kid ain't listening. He ain't listening. He's still doing the same shit. They listening. They listening because my dad told me, he came to see me. He said, you're going to learn patience. I'm like, how you learn patience? That doesn't even make sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
To wait.
Right.
The art of waiting.
Right. And I didn't even understand what that meant, bro. Like, I did not. And then it took me 4 or 5 years. I was sitting in there like, dang, this is what he's saying. It's only going to happen when God ready for me to get out.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't really just get into detail what it was. So I kind of do the same with my son. I tell him certain shit, and it's up to him to take it. You know, and when he was actually able to tell his friends the same thing I told him, then I knew he listened.
Right, because when he can relay that same message to people on his same level, then because that's all it takes is one statement.
Correct.
One statement. It goes once one statement goes in your head, it's a seed. And it will grow.
And mind you, it was about 6 of them guys in there. 6 of them that he played football with. And today, all his friends is doing good. One guy ended up getting in trouble because he didn't ever want to listen. Because I used to talk to him myself. He was just not listening.
So the youth, so for the youth today, for the young boys that's out there, I want to say to you, practice patience. Practice listening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Practice following directions, not from the wrong individual,
right?
But from someone that you see that holds your best interests in life.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? When you make a decision and you choose to make a choice, be mindful of those choices and decisions that you make, and that they can steer your life left or they can steer your life right. And when you make that decision, it's a crucial decision, whether it's small or big. But it's so many times a split-second decision, it lands you in prison.
Yeah.
And all right. And shouts out to Big Kurt, just got out. You know what I mean? My man just got out. You know what I mean? And if I could have him on the panel, he'd be right here on the panel with these two guys. I never did any time. I did some county time. You know, a couple traffic tickets here and there. But I've always cultivated my choices and decisions. Now, mind me, you know, the road that these guys went up, being from Philly, being from 46th Street Projects, the bottom they call it, it crossed my mind every day. Every day. Even at 51 years old, I think about dirt and crime. I do. But
I mean, but you know what? Life is dirt and crime.
Exactly.
It is.
Can I say something real quick? Because you and Coop, right? Both of y'all kids they speak from one side of the spectrum. That's the side of the spectrum of your kids didn't follow in your footsteps and I'm happy, right? I come from the other side.
Wait, he tried.
I got banged up.
He got banged up.
All right, well, that's
but
good.
I was doing the right thing, Rich Mo.
I was the only one.
I had the mayor in my corner.
No.
And that helped him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he was the only one out of all my kids that tried to live where his dad lived.
Well, let me say this, right? So my pops, right, the biggest drug dealer in my area, you feel what I'm saying? My pops tried his best not to make me grow up like him. So I went to college. I wasn't trying to be like him. I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Then he got locked up. I was like 18 years old, just started college, you know what I'm saying? And he got locked up, right? So now it's like my mom need help.
Right.
You feel me? My niggas is going out of town. So basically, I dropped out of college. This is why I ain't finished college. See, Coop, you said something to me like I sound like a nigga that did time, but I didn't. That's because I was heavily involved in all that. But guess what? Like I said, when he went away, I tried. Soon as he got locked up, his friends, the difference between you and your son that helped your kids, try to guide them, my father's friends came to me and said, yo, what we doing? Because they expected me to take over. And they said, yo, you just can't bring them Edenwald niggas because they was from Boston Road, which is rivals to where I was from. You can't bring no Edenwald niggas, but what we doing? And that made me say, So now, you know what I'm saying? I said to myself, I'm not going to do that because I'm always fuck with my Edenwald niggas. But then I started going out of town. That's when I started visiting different states, taking shit out of town, doing my thing. You feel what I'm saying? And one thing I can say is God bless me because my mother was working in a hospital since I was born, right? And my mother had the pleasure. She used to work in the mailroom. And then she went to the laundry room, and then that my mother went. You ever heard of Montefiore Hospital in New York? That's one of the biggest hospitals in New York. My mother became the charge nurse, the head nurse from being in the laundry room in that hospital by going to school and becoming a nurse and becoming the charge nurse. And basically, she got me an interview one day, and I said, I'm telling her I ain't trying to work. You feel me? But out of love for her, I said, I'm gonna take the interview. Fuck it, I got you. I'll just go on the interview. I went on the interview to try to not get the fucking job as much as I can. I swear to God, I said everything wrong, right? But prior to the interview, my niggas came to me. We've been going out of town already. So my nigga came to me, face all bloody. Yo, PA, these niggas did me dirty in PA. We about to ride out. All right. I had the guns in my crib. So niggas came to my crib. Niggas loaded up. Yo, we leaving right now. I said, damn, but I got this interview tomorrow. And I ain't want to break my mother's heart. No, word to mommy. Yeah. I ain't want to break her heart. So I gave them the joints and I said, I can't go. I got to do this interview. I'm going to go fuck it up. I'm going to be with y'all afterwards. I got you. They got on the highway, 2 cars deep. When they got into PA, both the cars got pulled over. These niggas is racing each other. I was the voice of reason. I was the oldest one. If I was there, we wouldn't have been racing. It'd have been, yo, slow the fuck down. Or I'd have been driving, and we not doing this. But they started racing. They thought they was smart. They kept the guns in one car. They kept the clips in another car. Right? But we had just went to the mall and got shirts with all our faces on it. Oh, so one nigga got pulled over right here. Another nigga got pulled over a mile up the road. The cops is, calling in, yeah, I got these niggas, blah, 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 blah. So one cop got smart and said, hey, what do the people you got pulled over look like? When he described it, it was on my man's shirt. So they connected the guns together, and all my friends went to jail, and I didn't because I stayed home for the fucking job interview. You feel me? Said everything I can to fuck up the job interview. And the lady said, listen, I don't want you to work here forever. She said, so I'm going to hire you because I know you're not going to be here forever. And I was mad because I didn't want the job. But guess what? I ended up working there for 3 years. Because my niggas is in jail now. And now I'm working there for 3 years. So I'm saying this to say that, not everybody is going, like you, I tried. I've been to 7 different states selling drugs. I came up on a lot of money. I took losses. I did a lot of different things, but it was because of my pops. You understand what I'm saying? Same situation, bro. So for the niggas, all I'm saying is the niggas like me that, you know, try to follow in daddy footsteps, sometimes you gotta look at the motherfucking, you gotta look at the signs and know when God's trying to tell you it ain't for you. Like, don't do this. Mm-hmm. Because I promise you.
Rich Mo, we talking to the young people out there.
I'm trying to talk to them.
Mm-hmm. But listen.
I'm trying to
listen, Rich.
Bro, it's signs that they gotta see.
They don't mix God with the streets, dog.
It's not.
Let's keep it real. You're talking as a Monday quarterback, meaning you play the game on Sunday. You seen all your mishaps. You seen all your shit that worked for you. So on Monday, it's easy to say shoulda, woulda, coulda, right?
But what the
young people is not doing is connecting religion, which is God, until they in a situation behind bars praying, all right, or got a bullet in their side and saying, God, keep me alive.
I feel that.
Other than that, they're not comparing the two. Am I right, Trump?
I feel that, but I'm also giving you something called signs. I talk about God because I know now who did that. But I also speak signs because
What's your signs?
Whatever you believe in, there's always signs.
Yep.
Forget. I don't want to say fuck, but forget religion.
We're talking about young people, right?
Young, because
you know who young people believe in?
What I'm trying.
Whoever the big homie is.
No. But what I'm telling you is,
that's who they believe in.
When I was young, see, all right, I brought up God today, but when I was young, what made me do what I did wasn't God; it was the signs.
How long ago was you young?
Man, we talking 17, 18, 19.
It's nothing else to talk about then. How old are you right now?
I'm 42.
There's nothing else to talk about.
Because when I was out there, we was at the start of calling ourselves demons and shit. You see what I'm saying? So with us,
now they call themselves demons and savages.
Yeah, it was none of that. I was catching the tail end, the beginnings of that, and transitioning out.
Bro.
So by that time, it was none of that. Like, this is when like pills started to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? I would come out, niggas would be just out of it, and I say, yo, what's good? Like, y'all not on y'all square? Oh, now we rolling. And I'll be like, what the fuck is that? Because this was all new at that time. And that transition right into niggas calling themselves demons, savages, and anything moral was taken out the picture. You know what I'm saying? So the murder started to go higher. A lot of stuff started to go higher because the morality totally left. Like, when I look at my mom and my dad, they still had a certain morality and a code they was living by.
Of course.
But
we didn't get high.
Yeah, they didn't get high, none of that. But by the time now when I'm out there, all of that is pretty much washed away. And it was washing away more and more until now in 2022, there's no morality in the street at all.
I get that, but the thing is this, right? I understand what y'all saying, but what you have to understand is, for me, I've made songs about the shit that I'm telling you. And there's niggas that live the savage life you talking about that heard the songs that I made, and they was going down the same exact path. And because they heard the path, forget relating to me on any level spiritually, it's like, damn, I feel myself going that way. So I'm only saying this because there's people that probably have the same exact situation that I went through, that, hey, I tried to do something and something else came up, and I dodged a bullet, and that's telling you that you honestly, you got saved, nigga. Like, something helped you.
You know what you need to do, Rich Mo?
All I'm doing is giving my testimony, that if somebody else is out there that went to go try to kill a nigga, and their mother said, no, today I need you to go to the store with me, and when he went to the store, his friends went to kill a nigga, and they died, and he's still alive, he's gonna understand that, I could relate to that.
Rich Mo,
that's all I'm saying.
Do me one favor,
What's
and
up,
this
brother?
probably never happened on this show before. 5 seconds, just don't talk. Just give me a moment of silence
go ahead.
before I talk about the dead.
Go ahead.
Let's talk about Takeoff.
Let's talk about it.
From what I know, that's all speculation. He was safe. They were safe. From what I know, I wasn't there. From what I know, they were safe. When people came see me from Virginia, when people came see me from New York, my obligation was make sure the same way they came was the same way they left.
Right.
So all I'm saying is supposedly he was safe.
Right.
But guess what?
He died.
He died. And guess who he died by? Somebody ain't give a fuck.
Somebody that he's supposed to be safe with.
Somebody ain't give a fuck. Because at any given stage, if somebody is in your presence that you're supposed to be taking care of, and I salute Jay Prince, but I don't salute you protecting your son. I don't salute you protecting anybody that you talking about you going to go find and make sure they next to you. And I don't salute that, because at the end of the day, it could have been a mistake. And what I mean by a mistake is this. When shit happens in the environment, my brother E next to me, he's a gunman. My brother Paulo next to me, you see, he got the thing on his hip. When shit happens, guess what we think about? Right. Protecting our own. Mm-hmm. So it could have been a mishap, right? Mm-hmm. But when you hide shit, when you do shit like walk away from the body type shit, all that goes out the window in the streets.
Of course.
Fuck what the media talking about. They don't know shit. What the streets feel like, if I sent my man with you and you were supposed to protect him, and then I see on video that you walked away from a body, it's a fucking problem in the streets.
That's right.
It's war on the streets.
That's right.
So what I'm saying is, young people don't get it. They get, I'm going to ride for mine, I'm going to die for mine, and I'm going to protect mine. That's all they care. It don't have to make sense to them. Only thing that makes sense is at the end of the day when the fucking smoke clear, nigga, was you there for me? Yeah, nigga, I killed 2 of them. That's all that makes sense to him.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
You think that would have happened if Jay Prince was there?
Nope.
No. Hell no.
So what you saying to me really ain't right, because I don't give a fuck how young that nigga was. If nobody gave him the go sign, it wouldn't have been a go.
But guess what? This what you gotta understand. In this case, it was 2 Jay Prince. It was the Jay Prince Senior, and it was the Jay Prince.
Senior wasn't there.
No, listen. Senior runs all the juniors, right?
Right.
But when Senior's not there, guess what happens? Junior runs everybody else. So understand one thing. I know I played the game. I fought my son. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to hurt you before anybody else hurt you. Because guess what? They going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he Big Coop's son, and they going to let him run the streets. I'm going to the barbershops, and they say, yo, your son doing home invasions. Your son fucking niggas up on the street. I'm hearing this from the barbershop.
Can I ask
Hold on.
Right.
So if Jay Prince happened to be there, yes, it probably wouldn't have took place.
No.
But guess what? It was 2 Jay Princes. It was a junior and it was a senior. And the motherfuckers underneath the junior respected the junior just like they respected the senior. You got to understand how the chain of command happens, bro. It happens just like that.
It wasn't about that, though. The thing that you're not understanding is Jay Prince Sr. is of the same cloth that me, you, and him and the niggas you speak of. Jay Prince Jr., he ain't been in the streets, bro.
It don't matter.
It does.
No, it don't. I'll tell you why I don't.
Why don't it?
I'll tell you why I don't. I got a fucking emails from somebody the other day. A young lady, right? Mm-hmm. My neighbor, me and her real fly, right?
Right.
She only 30. She sent me a motherfucking flyer saying, yo, you want to go to the party on the rooftop? I said, what the party about? She sent me the flyer. The bitch said rolling. And she probably listening to me right now. The flyer said rolling. I said, rolling? That sound like E-pills. That sound like Percocet. That sound, and in an hour, 2 hours later, she hit me back. She said, Dan, you was right. So this is the point I'm making. The young people don't give a fuck about nobody but the young people.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, so when Jay Prince Jr. is in his control, his environment, his dad, as long as he's not on the scene, don't matter, dog. He's controlling the fucking scene. When he walked away, guess what everybody on social media said? Why would he walk away?
Because he okayed that.
Okay. I ain't gonna get into all that.
But that's what we talk about.
Nah, but I'm not gonna get into it. He okayed it. I'm just gonna say the young people and the older people and the people in the middle think totally different.
That's what I'm saying.
So guess what?
We agreeing.
You saying that's daddy, that's son. I'm saying son got just as much power as fucking daddy as long as daddy is not there. That's what I'm saying. As long as daddy is not there, son got just as much power because guess what? it's cats underneath son that can't touch daddy. Right. It's cats. It's young. It's a whole lot of them under J. Prince Jr. because they trying to get to daddy. So guess what? They'll never meet daddy. They'll never shake hands with daddy. J. Prince Jr. is their daddy. I hate to say it, but you got 20-year-olds that got 30-year-olds running behind them in the fucking streets that I know right now. They 20 and they got 30. You know why? Because they killed and put that work in the streets. The 20-year-olds put that work in the streets, so the 30-year-olds are bowing down to them and saying, yo, you the OG, even though you younger than me.
Sad.
It's sad, but guess what? They kill the fuck out of you.
Right.
It's sad, but they would kill and shoot. Am I right, E? They would kill the fuck out of you. I live on Peter Street. They said Peter Street is going to be different. Oh, we going to do gentrification. But guess what?
Let me
they killing you on Peter Street.
Now, I'm from here.
He from here.
All my life. And I'm going to tell you, Peter Street used to be the hood.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you couldn't even come on that block unless you was from over there. But I happen to be a nigga that was able to go in every hood.
Right.
Every hood. Mm-hmm. You feel me? I think they did a great job with trying to gentrify it.
It's nice over there now.
Yeah, and because they tore down the projects,
right,
and built some apartments, and then all the other little red buildings they decorated them and all that, which they used to be like different pawn shops and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but it's definitely an upscale to what it used to be.
Yeah, because you had no choice.
But exactly.
You got AU over there in the stadium. You got no choice.
But it still have a lot of young, disrespectful guys over there.
Of course, yeah.
That thinking they running the block.
I used to go to 225, so I know how that is.
Right.
And that shut down.
Yeah, it burnt down, yeah.
Right. So at the end of the day, it's about really trying to get a hold of our youth.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? At the age of 13 and up.
Exactly.
Right.
Because it's like they start when they go
and even younger.
And even younger.
Yeah.
I just said 13 because but it's younger than that.
Yeah, it's younger than that.
6.
Because it comes from really single parent mothers. Because they try to baby them, but then they turn into somebody else when they not in their house.
When they go outside, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The influence is crazy.
So it's very important for most of you guys that have women, that have kids, by you, step up.
And I know what
you got to do.
But that's what I was trying to say, because my father tried to shelter me, but I lived in the projects. So when I came outside, I had another drug dealer who is a award-winning author now. You know, shout out to his name is Inch. You know what I'm saying? He wrote Flowers Bed, certain books. You know what I'm saying? He's from my project, and he was the nigga in my project. And he took me under his wing. He taught me so much shit. And my father was trying to shelter me, and then I got this nigga teaching me everything. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what made me still dive into everything the way I did. But then he taught me about his mistakes, and that's the reason why I never went to jail. He went to jail. He did kingpin charges, all that. But he told me what not to do so I won't end up in there. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I did everything anybody that's been in jail could ever have done. But ain't never did no time because, you know, I had a lot of people telling me what not to do. But my father was shocked that I did that. So that's what I'm saying is, like, you got a lot of bad influences in the hood. And the thing is we do have to talk to the youth. We do got to talk to the younger kids and try to get them to understand that that's just not the way to
let
go.
me ask you a question.
You know
let me ask you a question. What's the meaning of a bad influence in the hood? Dealing with those that's already in gangs and selling drugs. So what's the true definition of bad influence in the hood? Dealing with the ones that's already caught up in the gangs and shooting and drug selling.
Well, if you already caught up in the gangs, there's no bad influence. You already there.
Yeah.
The bad influence is when you catch somebody like me, a young nigga that don't know nothing about nothing, and you sitting there and talking to me and telling me about everything that's going on with you. And
so how would you be considered a bad influence?
I didn't say I was.
No, I'm saying give me a real example of a bad influence in the hood.
A bad influence is you trying to teach your son not to do what you did. But there's somebody else in his ear like, yo, you could be doing this, you could be doing that. Matter of fact, let me put you onto this. You come here, let me show you something.
So is that really a bad influence? Because we talking about the hood now. So is that really a bad influence?
Yes, it is.
Or is that a peer-to-peer connection? It's a difference.
That's a bad influence.
It's
because
a
at the end of the
difference.
day, bro, at the end of the day, in my same hood, in Edenwood Projects, there was niggas that was still going to school. There was niggas that was still working. And the niggas that was the bad influence was making me laugh at them niggas. But those niggas are successful to this day. Them niggas are successful. I could have went down that path. I could have stayed in school. I was a good influence. When I was going to school, I went to New York Institute of Technology. Every day I took 2 or 3 niggas with me to school to sit in the car while I went to school because I needed somebody to sit in my car. But guess what? Their parents was thanking me because I was showing them that a nigga from the projects could go to college. You feel me?
You know why I asked you that?
So that right there.
Hold on. You know why I asked you that question? I'm only talking from experience.
Okay.
You know why I asked you that question?
What's up?
Because it was plenty of teachers, plenty of parents saying, he's a bad influence. You know why? Because I didn't have a 3.8 grade point average. I didn't have a 4.0 grade point average. Listen.
I don't like that.
Listen. I'm telling you what they told their sons and daughters and students. He is a bad influence because he don't have the potential to go to college. Now, although I was a great football player, track runner, wrestler, and all that stuff, and the only way I would get to college is through a scholarship. They still felt to tell the sons, the daughters, the students that he is a bad influence because he's not getting it the way you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it because of your grades. He's getting it because of the simple fact that he's a good football player. But guess what? How long does that take to trickle in the neighborhood when our smart so-called hood kids understand that, damn, the only way I'm smart, the only way I'm good is I have to have a 3.8 GPA or a 4.8 GPA. So how long does that trickle in the hood? Because it trickles a long fucking time. I know.
All right, cool.
Hold on. Because at the end of the day, I felt like, shit, if I don't do this, then I'm not accepted by the so-called people that run the game. Hold on, Rich Mo.
Hold on. I think too, like, you got it. What he's saying is, like, it's too complicated of a situation to put it in a black and white. For instance, like, when my dad was locked up, there was older cats that felt like they were doing my father a favor by looking me out. At 12 years old, they was putting shit in my hand. Now, at the same time, somebody on the outside can say that was a negative influence, but at the same time, with my father not being there, these niggas also taught me life too. So they actually taught me other aspects that was conducive to manhood. So it gets blurred. You know what I'm saying? Like, that line of good influence, bad influence starts getting blurry because, damn, like, you put drugs in my hand, but at the same time, you taught me a lesson that even today I'm using in my life outside of the streets. So that's when it starts to get fuzzy when we talk about our neighborhood.
It does get blurred, but let me say something to you. Them brothers only gave you the information that they could afford to give you.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't fault them.
Yeah. Right.
It's still kind of considered a bad influence because it can put you in a negative state. But let me say something to you. You know what was the bad influence? It was those teachers calling you a bad influence. They was the bad influence.
You saying that to me?
I'm telling you, the people that said you was a bad influence, they was the bad influence because they was making you feel negative about not being as smart as the other kids, and that's fucked up.
You think that shit you saying work in the day's education work?
I don't care whether it works. It's the truth.
Okay.
That's a bad influence. Why am I looking at a kid that plays football and not getting the best grades and calling you a bad influence?
Right.
I should be trying to help you get better grades. I shouldn't be calling you a bad influence.
Right.
I'm a bad influence because I'm pushing you to be a bad person now. Because I'm telling you this ain't working for you. Do something else. That's what I'm doing.
Right.
That's a bad influence.
Right.
Them dudes that was talking to you, they was trying to help you whatever way they knew how. So yes, it gets blurred. That's not a bad influence. That's them trying to help you. But at the end of the day, I wish it could have been a better influence, but you only susceptible to whatever you got around you. So you know, they did what they could. But with you, I want you to understand, brother, those teachers were a bad fucking influence to tell you that you was a bad influence. That's
so
whack.
when you see comedians like Kevin Hart, when you see comedians like DC Young Fly who've been on our school tours,
right.
When you see these successful comedians, you know the number one statement they usually say? The teachers, fuck everybody else. they always point to the teachers.
That they was
saying
class clowns. And
they was
shit.
class clowns, and they wasn't going to do
Come on,
shit.
bro.
And they weren't. What you say, King?
But that's the
they
point.
wasn't going to be.
That's
shit.
the point I'm making.
So no, you hitting it on the
I'm
nose.
so glad that you brought that
hitting it
up
on the
because, bro,
nose.
that's the listen. Good people, so-called good people, can be the biggest bad influence in the goddamn world, bro.
A lot of
How
times,
they looking at you because your levels is where it's at and calling you a bad. That's the worst, brother.
a lot of times we talking about bad influences. It's the darknesses. It's the darkness that's in people. You know, everybody has a dark side to them, and everybody has a light side to
And
them.
a judgmental side.
And most time, bad influences are young boys looking at someone who's bad doing something.
Right.
It's not the bad influence. Say, hey, you see that crack I just sold?
Right.
Now you do the same thing, unless he's legitimately trying to recruit him. But if
right.
you on the outside looking, just observing,
that's still a bad influence.
It's a bad influence, but it's the
not
darkness.
pushed,
It's not. He's not influencing you.
You're right.
It's his dark side.
That you.
Hold on. I see he's smiling. Give him 1 second.
Right, but it's a certain level of responsibility that parents have for the kids that they raise. They have to have some kind of guidance and some input and a level of responsibility and the proper guidance of their kids, so that when they go out in the street and they see certain things, they know, oh, that's either dark side of an individual, or I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Right.
So I'm not saying. So that's the beginning.
Yeah.
Parents.
It's about what
Apollo.
Parents.
Apollo.
I'm gonna start with the
Hold on,
parents.
Apollo.
I'm a single parent.
Wait, Apollo.
I was a single parent.
You was hold on.
Wow.
You was a single parent,
Go,
but you ain't go through the motherfucking shit that I went through, or E went through, or somebody else went through. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. A single parent can be the best parent in the world of raising their child. But guess what they didn't do? Guess what they wasn't great at? Removing their child from that fucking environment. So you could be the greatest parent. Listen. You can be the greatest parent in the fucking world, but if your child still live in the same environment as Pookie, Ray, and Jonesy, and everybody else that's doing all the wrong shit, but you look up to them, guess what? It don't make you a failed parent. It just make them a more stronger fucking influence. So at the end of the day, if you are a parent and you was able to get your son or daughter out of that situation, and you live in that same neighborhood or that hood, that's a blessing.
That's definitely a blessing.
But it don't always happen. And 90% it don't happen like that. I'm going to shut the fuck up, E. Go ahead, E.
Okay.
Hold on. Let E talk. Don't say nothing else.
At the end of the day, every human being
life
is already planned. You guys got to understand that. Every human being life, whether or not they going through good times, bad times, accidents, whatever, is already planned.
Mm-hmm.
The whole objective is to live the best way you can.
Facts.
To get to the goal of being successful the right way.
Facts.
Now, I did a time and I never went back. You know why? Because I understand how I went.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
And it's like, what's important? We as parents have to look at other people's kids and try to guide them. No, let's say for instance, you know, like you said, little boys that's 12, 13-year-old. Like, I don't even have to know your son. If I see him, I'm going to check him.
Facts.
Yep. You feel me? Like the other day, I witnessed something going down. And I told Bud, I said, hey, come here, man. He said, what's up with you? What? I said, hold on. Check yourself. Check your tone. He said, what? Why? He had a little Glock on him.
Right.
Feel me? And I'm like, okay, you don't even want to do that. Okay, OG, okay. I said, listen, man, come here. Let me talk to you. I gave him 5 minutes of my time to tell him what you finna do and what you think you're gonna do can cause your family problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't even know this kid. So we as grown men must check these niggas
Exactly.
to help get them
we have an obligation.
So I agree with that.
And that statement right there.
With that.
And that statement right there that you said, that statement right there, what you said, I just want my call. This is my call to the world, because I'm a parent, and I was a single parent, and I raised my son single from a single dad perspective, and I had girlfriends in my life, and they helped here and there, but ultimately I raised my son and then raised my 2 sons to grow up. But my call to the parents is get a grip of your kids early and be the inspiration in their life that they need.
Period.
If you allow someone else to be a bigger inspiration in their life that you are, then you will have a problem.
Period.
If the home don't sell you, the streets will buy you.
If they friends, if they talk about their friends more than they come home and embrace the family relationship, then problem. If they talking about when they come home,
well, that's 99%.
Exactly, and that's why I am saying to the world, parents, get a grip of your kids and pull them in closer. Stop letting them go out with their friends. One of my things is my oldest son.
One of those guys is supposed to be the friend.
Exactly.
Probably one of the bad ones.
Exactly. My oldest son damn near don't have any friends damn near. Except for the friends that he making his adult. He got high school friends, but he don't have as many friends as the average kid do.
Facts.
Because half them friends from Pebblebrook, a couple of them went to jail, a couple got locked up out of high school. And he recognized that some of his high school friends got locked up from high school. And he recognized that from an early age. And he said, damn, I have to make sure that I don't follow that same path. And so he followed football and the sports. And sports is what, from Ben Hill, Camerton Road, Ben Hill. He played with Big Oomp, and he played with all the guys off Camerton Road. And when he did that, that's what I kept him in. And when he left the football field, he had school projects to do, and he had to do those projects. And when he was falling short in the classroom, I told him, go to tutoring when your GPA falls below a B. You got to go sit with the same teacher that you learned from, and she's
Apollo,
and she's going to tutor you. And that's what I did.
Great job as a father.
No doubt.
Yeah, shout out to Apollo.
We got to wrap this up. So we got one serious question.
So before we get out of here, I just want to know from you two brothers, like, where you are now, and kind of, you know, the tactic or the gift within you that allowed you to realize the potential where you are today. You know what I'm saying? So start with you, E. Like, what was it that you recognized in yourself that allowed you to get to the point today?
Okay, I found out what my addiction was. I never did drugs. I never gambled. I don't even know how to fucking play cards.
Okay.
Only Uno.
That's good. That's good.
Money was my addiction.
Ooh.
And it took me 3 years behind bars to figure that out. Like, damn, I'm here because of, and I was doing all this shit. Damn. My addiction was money.
I love it.
Yeah.
You feel me? And my situation, like, I was like really tied into some deep shit. You feel me? The movie is coming out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's coming out.
Shouts out.
And the book is on the way.
Shouts out.
Shout out to the movie and the book.
So you got to remember, it's yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go get the movie. Go watch the movie.
And wait for the book to come out. We all got books coming out.
Okay.
Coop got a book coming out.
Big Coop.
I got a couple books coming out, you know, based on everything we talk about. You know what I mean? We all doing our thing and trying to be the best men we can be. My main thing is the youth. My main thing is to steer the youth from, because prisons are filling up.
So I'm gonna
finished yet. Go ahead, E.
I'm gonna challenge every last guy here. Try to stop something from a stranger that you feel like is not right.
Yeah.
Step in.
I like that.
Because at the same time, when you step in, that same person might accept you different. Because God is allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna change the way that guy is thinking. That one thing that can cause this man not to lose his life or to cause him to lose his freedom can change him.
Fact.
So go ahead and receive your blessings.
Why you think I'm smiling right now, E?
Because you finna say the same thing.
Talk about it.
No, I'm smiling because my brother don't speak. It took his team to say, tell your story.
Yeah.
It took somebody he just met, such as myself, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago to say, tell your story. And your story is much needed because there's so many people that's crossed between you doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing. And when they hear your story, it's going to make them choose the right decision.
Yeah.
So I salute you, bro.
So y'all want to know about the real Atlanta and where the real Atlanta started? Look out for the movie.
Yeah,
that's right.
Okay, and he's still
movie.
keeping it a secret.
Speaking of the real Atlanta, I see him.
He told me last night, but guess what? I'm gonna keep real since we on live TV, right? I gotta use the bathroom, so I gotta say what I gotta say right now because Rich Mo got this big ass clock up there telling us the time.
leave my clock alone.
Nah, that shit pretty.
I like it. Thank you.
But I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna tell my story. Trop, you asked something that was very important. Sometimes when you come home, a 9 to 5 won't do it.
Nope.
Because you might have been making way more than the 9 to 5. I was a part of $1 million a month drug operation out of Atlantic City, New Jersey. We was featured on BET American Gangster. It was only 26 episodes. That's nothing to brag about. That's just something to say, damn, if you was able to do that, where would you be if you did something legit? So at the end of the day, we spoke in multiple schools, 60 schools a year, from elementary to college universities, talking about the right decisions to make. So what I'm saying is this. The closest thing, my brother E didn't tell you, he owned a construction company, he owned a restaurant. So what hustlers normally do.
And a record label.
And a record label. So what hustlers usually, go ahead.
And I've been responsible for 70% of the artists in Atlanta.
Hold on. Have you ever heard of an artist named Mariah Carey? Yeah or no?
Bombers.
Yeah or no?
I'm sure they have.
Okay. So this is what I'm saying. When we talk about all these different situations, it's a lot of he say, she say that never been on that side of the fence, and then there's some real motherfuckers that been on that side of the fence, right? I'm one of the ones that been on that side of the fence. My brother Edith is one of the ones that been on the side of the fence. So when people like us come home after doing 10, 15, 20, even 5 years, and we ran the streets, it's hard for us to get in position. I'll tell you why. Because we ran the streets. So who the hell gonna put us in position to work for them? I'm not working for nobody that was working for me, right? So we got to create something. Exactly. So we got to create something that's going to put us in position to make the same amount of money or close to the same amount of money. So me, I'm going to give props out to my cousin McGuire Dawkins. He taught me how to trade stocks. I was already great in credit, but he taught me how to trade stocks, and he taught me how to trade what they call options. I taught myself how to trade futures. Now, what I didn't recognize or realize in the world of future trading, that means you can trade the whole NASDAQ 100. You can trade the whole S&P. You can trade grain. You can trade pigs. You can trade
beef, chicken.
The bond. You can trade everything, right?
Commodity.
So I got real good at that. Then I found out there was companies called prop trading companies, meaning they allow you to take a test and you trade a minimum of 10 days or 15 days, right? And if you pass their test, which ain't easy, it's not easy, trust me, but if you pass their test, they'll fund your account anywhere from $25,000 to $300,000. So my goal is I gotta test something. You giving me a test? I taught my son the same way. You giving me a test? I gotta pass that test. I just want to let y'all know. I passed the test of 50,000. Not one time, but 2 times. Not one time, but 2 times. And guess what they gonna do? And they already did it. They funded my account. They funded my account 2 times at $50,000. I wasn't done. I just don't believe in quitting. I don't believe in saying, oh, enough is enough. So guess what? I took a test again. And this time, I passed it for $150,000, right? Not one time, but 2 times. And now, I have the ability to say, I'm managing over $400,000 of other people's money in the institution, right? And my son told me one day, when I was trading my own money, guess what my son told me one day? He said, Dad, because he passed the combine before me. And he said, Dad, listen, he said, I passed the combine, you never did. You traded your real money, but in a world of trading, they don't recognize you. Am I right, son? Yeah. He said, they don't recognize you. I felt some type of way. I said, what you mean they don't recognize me? He said, because you're trading your own money, but you're not trading their money. But they're paying me because he did a $50,000 combine account or whatever. I said, oh, shit, my son is challenging me. So I traded and I passed the combine and I got $400,000. He said, now you're recognized in the trading world. Am I right, son? Yep. He said, now you're recognized in the trade. So this is what I want to say. I talked to my brother E. It ain't good enough to stay here. We're taking this to the HBCU colleges called HBCU stocks, right? We're going to create panels with the Bergen twins, right? Talking about coming from an artist's point of view. We're going to talk about the notary coming from a writer's point of view. We're going to talk about my brother E coming from an executive point of view. And we're going to talk about Big Coop coming from a trading point of view, because you can have all the talent in the world. If you don't have the fucking budget, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. So we're looking to bring this to all the HBCU colleges. I have 400,000. That ain't it. By the time my birthday comes in January 28th, my goal is to be able to trade 1.5 million minimum of other people's money through trading the combine. I'm your man, Big Coop. I love you. You can do whatever you want to do. I don't give a fuck what they say you can't do. You can do whatever you want to do, because guess what? They said don't hang around with him because all he do is play football. He's dumb as shit. He ain't got no 4.0. He ain't got no 3.8. Guess what? I might not have a fucking college degree. Give me the other one, Paula. Don't do me like that. Give me the other one. I might not have a college degree, but guess what happens? I got a stock fucking degree.
School of Hard Knocks.
It ain't even School of Hard Knocks. It's the School of Wall Street. It's from the blocks to the stocks.
From the knocks to the blocks to the stocks.
No, it's from the blocks to the stocks.
Okay.
That's what it is. All right, and I'm out of here because I got to piss.
That's OG Coop. That's OG Coop.
Black Ink Radio.
Turn up